Peace to the YouTube fam. It's your boy Ray Imperial. Peace to the YouTube fam. It's your boy Ray Imperial. Back with another edition of the Imperial Diaries. Tonight we're gonna do a little New Year's Eve live, yo. Bring this thing in the right way. Y'all know what it is. We're gonna send out a couple of these invitations, man. Y'all feel free to hop on and join me. You know what I mean? It's not anything, man, that's gonna be restricted. Let's get together, man. Let's chop it up. Let's do what we do. All right. Let me see if I can send out some invites right quick. Zulu in the house. What's good, baby? What's good, Zulu? All right, bro. Good to see you, bro. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to the fam. I gotta try to send this joint out, man, so a couple of people can hop on here, man. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna put it in the chat, man. If you can't glamourati in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Hop on, man. Get in. I don't even care right now. I don't even care. We just gonna let everybody in. Now, if you get in here and act a fool, I'm gonna put some fire to you. I'm telling you now. All right, it's in the chat, y'all. All right, there you go. So Zulu, if you want to hop on, bro, just go to that link, and that should get you in the building. That should get you in the building nicely. Man, listen, bro. I don't know if you seen a post in the community joint, man, but let's just say I'm bringing this New Year's in with the red. I'm bringing this New Year's in with the red, man, because that's what we're gonna be doing for 2022, man. You know what I mean? Man, listen, we're gonna be living right. We're gonna definitely be living right. Let me see something here. Y'all give me a minute while I send out a couple of Okay, hold up. I got photos from Rage, about Rage. That's another thing I want to do, man. We're gonna do that little tribute, man. What's this? Yo, can you see this, bro? Because like right now, this one is looking crazy. Hold up. Where did my live go, yo? Happy New Year. What's good, Trent? Happy New Year, bro. I'll put the link in the chat, man. So if you want to hop on, Trent, come on, get with it, bro. Come on, get with it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about some plans that we have for the new year coming up, y'all. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Was
Zulu Nation in the house. What's good? What's good with you, boy?
chilling, man. Chilling.
What's
I'm about,
happening, huh?
I'm about to
Well,
go
peace and
hit this
blessings, man.
Walmart.
How's the family?
Man, we good. We were gonna go out and do something, but we were like, nah, we're gonna stay home, relax, fall back, let things happen.
It's probably for the better, bro. It's probably for the better, man. The world is acting crazy right now, man.
Hey, that is true, man. How you been? How you living? How's New
I'm
York?
good. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Like up here, like I stay walking through the boneyard with my dogs, man. So I see all the increased activity, B. They planting them, bro.
Man,
People getting planted, yo. For real. People getting planted on a regular basis.
it's cold as shit out here. Is it cold out there? I know it gotta be cold in New York. It's cold as hell in
Yo,
AZ.
honestly, it was 50 degrees today, my dude. It was 50 up here today. I
Yeah.
went out to go get me a little bottle of a bubbly, man, and it was like 50 degrees. I was like, damn, yo.
I'm gonna be in the whip real quick, so you gonna see me. I'm just opening the gate right now. My girl said,
Do your thing, bro. Do your thing, man.
"How's the? Hey, bro, your mail got huge, bro.
Man, that boy ain't even started doing nothing yet. He's only 10 months old. He's in his lanky stage right now. He's
Yeah,
lanky right now. You know what I mean? Can you imagine, B? When that motherfucker hits 3 years old, do you
yeah.
know what's gonna happen to his
Come on,
head, his shoulders, his fucking back? Like when he hit 3 years old, man, that motherfucker's gonna be a monster.
he's going. Hey, man, mine's going through some issues right now. Apparently, I've been feeding him too much protein that he's knuckling. Like
Yeah, bro.
he always had that easty westy a little bit, but it wasn't dramatic, and now it's ridiculous. Like God, bro.
Yeah, you gotta any dine, any of that extra shit you putting in this shit, take all that shit out of there, man. Take all that shit out of there.
It's only been 2 weeks, so like 2.5 weeks. I mean, I see a little difference, but it might be something that have to just breed it out. Like I might have to give up on him or like get another male. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I like the blood. You know what I mean?
How's he bred?
So he's hold on. I mean, he's going through a call. Hold on, I'm gonna get out to close the gate real quick.
He left. Mimic outside the gate.
Yeah, y'all. I'm posting the link in the chat. Anybody that want to hop on, man, feel free to hop on, man. We're gonna open this thing up. I think we can get about 6 people on here at once or something, man. We just gonna hang out, man. We're gonna hang out. This is where I'm bringing in the new year, y'all. I'm bringing in the new year right here with y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring the red, we're gonna bring that red thing, that red heat into the new year, man. We bringing it in right. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not changing nothing. You know what I mean? Same thing I've been doing all year, morning, noon, and night. That's exactly how I'm bringing in the new year. But I'm bringing a bottle of that red shit in with it. You know what I mean?
Hey, so bro, he's like a lot of code red, a lot of carnage, like, and these are just extreme dogs. Like, most of these dogs are like down South America. I don't know if you keep up with that. Like, they're
A
mostly
lot of these dogs
down.
coming out of Brazil.
Yeah. So even with him, like, I guess, cause I went back to the dude who sold it to me, and I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Dude it seems like he got too much issues, and he was like, nah, you just feeding him too much. And I went to a vet, and that's what the vet did. And then I made a video about it. I put a brace on him, but he keeps chewing it, and it's not gonna do a lot of damage. So what they told me was like put his bowl up on his kennel. I did that and let him walk around a lot. But but it seems like he's cool. He just don't look right. I can't explain what I mean. I'm not used to dogs like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm gonna tell you honestly,
Yeah, but
bro, you definitely got to be careful when you start talking about the extreme dogs. You know what I mean? Because they being bred for freakish features. right? And what that normally means is that like you're gonna have some abnormal bone structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you
I
putting a
I
lot
never
of
mind.
bone on ligaments and tendons that may not be able to stand up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So it's nothing and
he's
over thing.
fine. He's fine. Like he's not struggling or that. They just don't look right. Like, cause you know Juju's an extreme, but she like her stuff pop. Like I like the popping out of the shoulders. You know the kind of things, but his is just man. You'll see. I'll have to wait
What are
because
you feeding?
they said it's. I just went down to this dog food. I don't know what it's called, but it only has 12% protein. I was giving him high value food because I feed my dogs high value, like a lot of protein, a lot of Victor, a lot of what's this? Like I'll show you it, man.
Mm.
And now I have to cut down on him. So like I got so many different bags
How
with
old is he?
different dogs. He's now 6 months.
You can actually take them off the puppy food, put them on grown dog food, and just let them grow out of it.
Yeah, because they saying that his feet and other bones are growing faster than his joints. So I'm like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's killing.
They enrich the puppy food so much. You understand? Because he's
Yeah.
growing that way, the best thing to do is to put him on the adult dog food. It's not that rich with all the minerals and vitamins and all that extra shit. So it's more like for a maintenance diet, and then he'll just grow out of it. He will grow out of it, but you got to take that extra shit out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for a long time. I might do that for like a year. You mind if I switch off the light? I don't want to get pulled over.
Nah, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, like so I don't like now. I'm honestly, bro, I might hit up either you or what's that dude name? What's his name? The dude who has the Camelot, not the one who kept it old school, like the one who got they huge as hell. I don't know. I feeling like he got extra shit in this stuff. The white dude with the tattoos. What's his name, man? I got him on my Instagram. I chopped it out. Yeah, I might hit him up to just like to run
that, bro. I was gonna suggest that because whatever else people want to say about his dogs are clean. You know what I mean? He breeds some pretty clean, pretty, well-structured dogs, man. Especially if you're trying to go for size and you know what I mean and all that. Like, yeah, hit him up, bro.
I'm not really trying to go for size, bro. I'm just trying to enjoy it. I'm just doing my thing. Like at the beginning, I won't lie to you. At the beginning, I had all these ideas. Now I'm just enjoying being a dog man. You know, like taking my time, not rushing. Cause like I got to a point where I was trying to rush and get this dog, get that dog. Now I'm just like, you know what? Let me enjoy walking my dogs, feeding my dogs. You know what I'm saying? Just their personality and shit like that, and then the rest will come when it comes. You feel me?
Absolutely. Pump 17.
Like I think
who was you talking about? Like who was you thinking about hitting up?
Is the dude Kenny?
Kenneth Sonia?
Yeah. I was thinking you or him, like one of my females when cause I got that female I kept when she gets to the right age, bro, just run into another Camelot, like just to have that heavy in my shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Cause
absolutely.
I don't want, if I inbred, it's just gonna be too heavy. If I inbred, like if I can run it maybe to the girl and then maybe her granddaughter take it back to Thanos, then that's something different. But like right now though,
Callie?
Nah, Kylie's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna wait for her when she gets to a 30 heat. I might come to you or come to just somebody I see that has like a strong male, like you know what I mean, like a male that I'm like, okay.
Kylie's daughter off the litter between her and Thanos, off her first litter?
Yeah. She's
okay.
she's a year in like 2 months or a month and a half, to be honest. But she has her first heat, but I'm gonna wait till the third. I'm gonna wait till the third. Like, I'm not in a rush. Like I said, I'm not in a rush. So when you know what I mean, and that's why I told you, because I'm gonna keep a male from the second litter, and if you have some females, if you ever breed yours and you have some females, I might grab, because I like the extreme, but I also want to have the Camelot just there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to have.
Exactly.
I want to have. I want to. Yeah, I want to have both. Like, I want to be able to have a dog that is like that and a dog that I just want to enjoy it, bro. But it is good to know people like you. I seen Bando's back. I see you put up like 2 new videos.
What happened?
I said I seen that Bando came back. He put up 2 new videos. You seen that?
Yeah. I was fucking with Bando earlier.
Oh, okay. What? Do you know what happened with him? Like, I never got to chop it up with him.
Nah. He just popped back on the scene. But I know how that shit go, man. You know, sometimes life just take over, man. If it was up to me, I'd put out a video every day. I just don't have the time to do that shit, man. If I get a good video out once every 2 weeks, I'm lucky, D. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'll be trying to put this shit out on a regular. You know what I mean? It's just it's time consuming, and I got so much other shit I'm trying to do. It's ridiculous.
That is real. Like, that's why when I see other people doing it, and I'm like, man. But yours, the content speaks for itself because it's bubbling. You know what I'm saying? Your shit just. I remember I just seen one of your videos was suggested to me, and it was like an 800,000 plays that with your two dogs and you flirt posing. I was like, geez.
Yeah.
Bubbled.
Yeah, that shit about to hit 1 million views before long. That shit got, I don't know, I heard the shit had something like 30,000 views on not Instagram. What's the other joint? Twitter. I heard somebody put the shit on Twitter, and then some dude posted my shit, took it off of YouTube and posted it on Instagram, and the shit had some thousands of views. Like, the shit that bothers me.
You know what you need to do?
Because I didn't post this shit for the shit, for motherfuckers to just like say, oh wow, look at this pit bull fight and motherfucker breaking up a pit bull fight. I posted this shit so motherfuckers would understand the difference in these breeds. You understand? And that's the thing that bothers me, that people have taken that video so far out of context that they just running and doing anything with it.
You know what I like about it though? It shows the reality of what other breeders hide. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't real, I could have hide things and act like the dogs are perfect. But that shows like the other side of the, like, man, my dogs get at it all the time. But other people won't put that. They do like, oh, my dogs get along. You feel me? Like, oh, they cute. Oh, they never. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, people always take things out of content.
So he was saying, Trent was saying that in getting dogs from Kenny Sonia, you got to make sure that the dog bus is not in anything that you get, or it's technically not considered pure Camelot, because the bus is where
Make sure what
like the Eddington, like, you know how damn, I don't even know how they did that, yo, man. But they basically there was a dude named Eddington who had like Bull Mastiff mixed in with his dogs or something, and somewhere along the line, Kenneth Sonia bred some of his Camelot dogs in with that stuff that this dude Eddington was doing. So it created a line of dogs. That's where the Chevy line came from. The Chevy line. That's where all of that stuff came from. So I believe that's where it came from. I may be wrong about that, but if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, that's all Trent was saying. He's saying, like, yo, be careful where you get it from. If you want the pure Camelot, make sure you get some pure Camelot that don't have the Chevy and the bus stuff in it. Santana Red Dog said, I think I tagged you in the Instagram video that was out of context. Uh-oh. Look like my boy Zulu got look like my boy Zulu got jammed up. But yeah, Santana Red Dog, shout out to you, bro. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that shit to my attention, bro, because I didn't even know that video was on Instagram. I hit them up, told them about it, told them I wanted the video taken down. And they just completely like they just completely ignored, you know what I mean, my request, man. Like they talking about they can't prove how I own the video or how the videos affect him posting the video on Instagram is affecting me negatively. Like what?
Hey,
I mean,
my bad. It
really
cut off.
That's all right, bro. I got you back in. You good? But
you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm getting back in the city. You know, I moved to the farm, so there's like between the city and the farms, the signal be cutting off sometimes.
Right. That's all right.
But I heard what you were saying. I heard you were saying about I need to be careful when I breed him with the you said he mixed the dog with something, right?
Right. So Eddington was known for mixing his dogs with for pit bulls, mixing pit bulls with bull mastiffs, right? He was creating band dogs, but he was still registering them as pit bulls. And so
is that why some of his dogs,
the Chevy line and all of that stuff, that's you know, that's with like Chevy, Bus, Chevette, all those dogs that comes out of that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because the Chevy's got size.
Right. When you go to Kenny Sonia, you can ask for that if that's what you want. But if you want some pure Camelot, I'm pretty sure he still got some pure Camelot too. Or you know, it's definitely dudes, man, like myself. You know, it's trying to keep it clean.
And honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna go to him because I don't want to get on by chasing names, if that makes sense.
Right. Hold up, give me 1 minute, bro.
All right.
Go ahead, chop it. I said, I'll take care of something right quick. Yeah. That is, I definitely get what you're saying. Also bear in mind that Kenny's been in the game for a long time, and from what I understand, he don't sell his dogs cheap. And in addition to that, sometimes he can be, let's just say, he got his own way of doing things. You understand?
Yeah.
But
that's why
we was talking about the video, man, that ended up going viral, man, for like really for nothing, for all the wrong reasons. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm hoping somebody's gonna read the description on the video. Somebody's gonna like really understand why the video was put out, to make the distinction that the Camelot dog is like at least not the pure Camelot blood. You cannot call that a bully, right? Because it hasn't been mixed with anything, right? It hasn't been touched by any. My boy Bando Life in the building. Shout out. But hold on 1 minute.
Is that Bando in here?
Yeah, Bando in the building. But Santana Red Dogs was the brother that tagged me on that. So definitely Happy New Year to Santana Red Dogs, man. Appreciate you on that, bro. If I ever get a chance to get a hold of that dude in person, I think we're gonna have a different conversation about him posting my video without my permission. DeMarco Smith, shout out to DeMarco Smith, who said Bus was a band dog. Yes, he was. Bus was a band dog. Yama Adu says, I need a puppy. Do you have any for sale? Not currently. I don't have any puppies on the ground. Next breeding might be in March or April, February, March. That's when our next breeding is scheduled. But
hey,
Zulu, don't you got puppies on the ground?
Yeah, I got 2 females left. a lot of people asked me about it, but like my girl didn't bust no moves because I was in South Africa burying my dad, So, um, yeah, they still there.
So Yama I do definitely shout out to shout out Zulu Nation. You know what I mean, on the panel here with us. And get his information. He got 2 female pups. Good to go.
Yeah, but if you out of state, you gotta put in your own shipping. These rookie people, and I'm not talking smack or nothing, but people who ain't in this dog game will be like, "Oh, you out of state," and then they're like, what I'm saying, like, nah, bro, not all dogs come from where you at. Like most of my dogs are out of state, all of them, honestly. I don't
Absolutely,
have
absolutely.
no dogs in state.
Shout out and Happy New Year to the brother Bando for life in the building. Yo, listen, Bando, that link is in the joint. If you want to hop on, feel free to hop on. Shout out to Hotep Kennels. Happy New Year,
Hey,
beloved.
yeah. Hotep, what's good, baby?
Hop
What's
up.
good, baby?
Let me put this joint in the link again, man. Let me put this link in the chat again, man. Y'all feel free to hop on tonight, man. We're gonna open this joint up to everybody.
You want me to jump off? You want me to jump off?
No, you don't have to.
Brother.
You don't have to. We got about 6. I think we got about 6 slots, man, that we could use, man. Let me see, man. Let me see here. Okay, hold up. Do the invite.
Hey, Bando, I hope everything well, bro.
Put it right there. Boom, boom. All right.
So are you running to your female to that your first male or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that breeding.
What's this? What's this? What was I gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you something. How many litters have you had from him?
What? Or for them two? They haven't. Neither one of them.
No.
Bull has had 2 litters. He already did 2 litters, but she's never done any. Haha. Somebody said nice statue of Thor. Yeah. Jehudi's the truth. All right, Santana Red Dog said, I think them dogs in Brazil, them Red Bull, Monster Bull, Red Dogs come from that too. Yes, sir. I believe you are 100% right, Santana Red Dog. I think you are definitely 100%
that's
right.
The dogs. That's the dogs I have, bro. That's that dog. That's what Thor is, bro. That is heavy, like real heavy. Like you should see his sister. His sister's really nice, man. That's why I was getting him to run him to Juju to get more of that, but we'll have to see what happens because I don't like how his feet knuckling up, bro. Like it don't sit right in my spirit.
Heard you. So you got a question up here, Zulu. Yama Adu said, what's the price on them females?
Tell him to hit me Zulu Nation dash on the Instagram, bro. Zulu Nation dash.
You know what? Put your joint in the chat and I'm gonna post it up here. Like they see the comments up here, they see their comments. So put your joint in the chat and put your joint in the chat and I'll post it right up there.
I don't even know how to chat on here. Like I can read them, but I don't know how to reply.
Hotep Kennel said, "What's good? Happy New Year, brothers." You don't know how to put a comment in the chat?
Nah. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to get off to do it. Yeah. Hey, Santana Red. That's what the dude who sold me the dog said. He said when the dude his pops used to be like that with the feet, and when he got older, everything just worked out. I pray to God it does. I mean, it's not bad.
Listen, when I first got Rainer, she was knuckling over, right?
Yeah.
But I took all of that shit out of her diet, B, because what a lot of people do with their pups, man, is they'll throw the dog food and then throw like some dine on top of it. You understand what I'm saying? And the puppy food really should be enough in itself. When you start doing the extra shit, is when you start, you it's not the dog's body doing it on its own. You understand what I'm saying?
Bro, if you watch my videos, I was dining. I was doing the protein food, and then I'm buying high protein. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
Bro,
boom.
trust the dogs. Trust the dog, trust the blood.
And so
Trust
I'm
the
just
growth
like,
process. You don't have to do all that extra shit, especially when they pups. The puppy food that you're giving them is usually rich and full of all that extra shit. As a matter of fact, when a female is nursing, right? When she's nursing her pups, one of the best things to give them to keep the weight on them is puppy food. You know what I mean? And I'm not a fan of dry dog food in no shape, form, or fashion, bro. But when, like, even with Solo, it comes to a certain point when feeding him, I gotta put some of that with his shit because, like, he's growing at a rate and their bodies need that. But yeah, you don't have to do all of that, bro. Take that shit out and just let them grow naturally. He'll come right out of it.
I'm hoping, bro, because I hate, bro. I spend a lot of money on that dog, and the dude kind of was getting nervous because, you know what I mean? Like, I was kind of getting mad. Like, I went back and being stupid in my young days because I was kind of like on his head, like, bro, you gonna have to run me my money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have to run me my money back. Like, I'm not playing because, you know what I'm saying? Because he hassled me too, like to get that dog, bro. And remember in the video, I lost my car's engine. I went through a lot just to get that dog. And I was like, all that just for it to come like this, but that's part of the game, though. Just like how when Juju had 10 puppies and we lost all of them but one, like, that's just part of the game. That's just part of the game.
Hotep is in the building. El Groucho MCOC said he just bought some Camelot blood, which is a great grandson to Bus. Camelot Pits, Tennessee. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I said,
let me
Hotep, can you unmute yourself?
Hey, I'm gonna get off so I can put on the Instagram for the other dude who was asking about the puppy, and I'm gonna get back on.
All right. Holla back.
Peace. What's good, man?
Okay, there you go. Hotep.
So,
what's good with you, bro?
Man, I'm over here chilling, man.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year to you, man.
Thank you. El Groucho MCOC say he'd like to cop a female from me one day to take his boy to. That's quite possible, bro. That's quite possible. I mean, honestly, I do most of my breedings for me, for what I like. But man, if I got a female and I got an extra female and you interested, I'd be happy to, you know what I mean? I'd be happy to rock out with you. Zulu, you back in the building, bro.
Yes, sir. Now I was just putting my Instagram for the dude who was asking about the puppies. You know, since I seen the puppy since I came back from Africa, G, I'm thinking about keeping both of them, but I don't want to have too much of my blood. If you know what I mean, like, I just don't want to have too much. But hey, like, I'm the type who won't even have a problem of not letting none of them go, because I sold 2, but the dude just put a price I could not refuse.
Heard you. Santana Red Dog said once your dogs grow into their bodies more, you'll see that they'll look good, Brody.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah,
listen,
I'm hopeful
just
for it, bro.
trust the natural growth process. Trust that. The dogs are eventually going to blossom with it. Like, these dogs blow up at 3 years old anyway. Like, they become something different. 3, 4, 5 years old, they become something different, right? So, like, a lot of people is in a rush to put that size and all of that on the dogs, on the young pups. And what you're really doing is you're putting stress on the joints. So that knuckling over thing, the only real cure for that is to take the richness out of the diet. You give them a very simple, plain diet, let him grow out of that shit, and you'll see him growing out of it as he grows taller and whatnot. The bone is stretched, you know what I mean? But at least his joints and his ligaments will be able to form in such a fashion as to support the bone weight.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to a boss man about, because he was talking about my Rottweiler. He was like, man, that he's tall as hell. Like, you sure he's a Rottweiler? I'm like, yeah, bro. He's a white Rottweiler, but he ain't those new Rottweilers that they try to make look like bullies. You see, even Rots now, they try to make him look like bullies, bro. Like, it ain't that old school, regular athletic Rottweilers. Now they trying to make him like just thick, big for no reason. Unless you get him straight from overseas, then it's a different story.
Heard you. Brian Deschamps, quick shout out to Brian Deschamps. Happy New Year, brother. He says blessings from D-Line, Canada. Anyone looking for some fire pups, get at him on Facebook, Northern Edge Bullies. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Hey, Santana Red Dog said Don will run through a dog system fast. Yeah, it really does. If I give Don to my adult male, like he puts on weight so fast, like I don't even go near that shit with him. Like his food don't never ever. Don,
bro, but I be feeling like
all combined is too much.
And they need to put warnings for that, man. If I could, I would tell them, Don, like, bro, put warnings for stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying, like the that it can overgrow shit. Like that killed me. Is Hotep on here? I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, Hotep is on here.
Man, I'm just muted. I don't want to mess up the live and have everybody talking over each other.
Man, you talk like you not educated in these things, man. Let me hear you, man.
Oh yeah, when that dime, man, is supposed to be used for recovery, for fixing the dog that's doing down, hurting, you can recover from something. It's not supposed to be something that's used every day. It's way too potent, way too strong to be used all the time. So
and you know what?
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Like,
and you know what though? Like I just put that on my Facebook today that I don't want to breed overweight, overfed dogs, man. Some people took it to heart, but it's like it's not even personal. But you know, like Hotep, most of his dogs, they normal, athletic, healthy dogs. You know, no dog is perfect, but like some people, like when they come across mine, and then they'll be like, you know, is that a normal dog? And I'm like, yeah, like if it ain't like huge fat stomach on the ground, it's like people don't think that's a dog no more. Like you get what I'm saying? It's a weird era right now.
Yeah, that's
right. Let me put on my moderator hat right quick. We got shout out from Northern Edge Bullies. Said blessings from Northern Edge Bullies, D-Line Canada, brother. 2022 gonna be lit. Pups on the way, fam. And he said, smash that like button. Absolutely. Smash that like button. I feel you.
Said absolutely.
That's what's up, all right. And while you at it, Hotep, the brother wants to know if you have any tips on feeding pregnant females.
Oh, he's talking specifically to me. I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, to everybody here, listen, you know, we here together, bro. Yeah. We just hanging out, chopping it up, man, as the time rolls in, you know.
No doubt. But what I do is I use Star Pro, the red bag, Ultra 24 powder supplement mixed with hot water. I mix it in kibble, soften everything up. Mom, eat that.
Come on. Get off your phone.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hotep. I muted him. He good.
Yeah, like I was saying, what I use is Star Pro. It's for puppies and adults. I mix it in with the Ultra 24 powdered milk supplement. Let that soften it up with some warm water or hot water. And I go ahead and let her free feed and eat that at will. She has access to it at all times. So whenever she needs to replenish herself, she can. And I also, on top of that, for the puppies and for her, I give her oxytocin shot every 4 hours until that discharge clears up. And it also makes her milk come out like immediately.
Nice. And when you say it makes the milk come out, it makes her teats dry up.
No, she's gonna start dripping. The milk gonna come out on its own.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, okay, for the pups actually
Have
suckling.
more milk. Yeah,
Yo,
Okay,
I
milk production.
can't hear nothing.
so Northern Edge. Oh, hold on. I Can you hear yourself, Zulu? Zulu, can you hear us? All right, I gotta mute the brother because I don't think he can hear us right now. But Zulu, you on mute. So if you can hear me, bro, let me run through this right quick. But thank you for that, Hotep. Me myself, as far as pregnant females, I will definitely be on it to the point where you know, their diet is not going to change a whole lot from what I feed every day, but I'm just going to do more of it. You know what I mean? A pregnant female to me is, I mean, we always talk about our women and how they eating for two, right?
Yeah.
Well, consider a female that may be carrying 10 pups, right? Like, can you imagine how much more you got to literally feed that dog? And those pups are growing at an alarming rate, even while they're in the mother's, while they're in her cavity. So
Right.
when it comes to that, I'm pretty much every day they get their fats, they get their proteins, they get their organ meat, they get all of that stuff. The only thing I might amp up with a pregnant female is I might start if I feel like she's losing too much weight. And this is really more whelping, you know what I mean? But if when they're suckling, if I feel like she's losing too much weight, then I'll start adding puppy food to her to her regular food.
Right. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's the best thing for them is that raw feed, though.
Yeah, I mean, I swear by it, bro. To me, food is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Salute, fam, from Bank Statement Kennels. Bank Statement in the building. Look at this, my brothers. 78 Sports TV. $100 in a super chat. Keep up the great work, Conrad, and Happy New Year's. Blessings, blessings. Shout out to 78 Sports TV. Shout out to 78 Sports TV. Happy New Year, beloved. I definitely appreciate you, man. Serious business there. Now that's dog man love all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
All around the world. That's dog man love, y'all.
That's love right there. I don't even think I've seen that on a dog man channel yet.
Right. That's a first, bro. That's a first. You broke ground here tonight, 78. You heard me? You broke ground tonight, bro. You set the bar, baby. They're gonna have to do a lot to catch up with you, man. They're gonna have to do a lot to catch up with you. I don't know what happened to my brother here, but
You have a technical
kind of
difficulty.
dropped out there, but he's all right.
Yeah, he moving around.
So I mean, I remember the last time we was on a panel together, man. You was talking about, well, I don't think I was even on that panel. I think I was just watching the show. I think it was Bank Statements Live. And you were saying that you had made some changes in your program. You said you had started all over, brother. What happened?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I had a whole wave of dogs and I was evaluating them and I got the whole personal situation going on with some business that didn't go right. So I had to make some decisions, you know what I'm saying? And what was best for my program, I said, these dogs are performing the way that I want them to, but considering the situation, I need to go ahead and evaluate and recognize that they're not going in the direction from an aesthetic standpoint that I was trying to go to. So I felt like I need to go. I got some more stuff coming, so I need to make room because at that point I was already at 30 dogs total and puppies. So I have to go ahead and downsize to 20 dogs, so that way I can get back right to where more in the direction that I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any issue with recognizing any flaws that's in my dogs. I can admit that I acquired some productions from the kennel they're grandchildren to mine, but I was noticing things that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see more breed type, more substance, more mass. I wanted to see more head, more bone. I wanted more. I didn't want any more flaws that I was trying to correct, like say with gay tails or anything like that. Even minor stuff, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't part of my vision. I wanted to progress forward. So I was like, I think I need to go ahead and let them go and start over with the new wave that's coming in. So that's why I got that new up and coming pup I got now. that's one of the males that I used to have, Ogun, his daughter bred to his niece. So I got her coming up, and hopefully she can replace Kitaka, because Kitaka's been having fertility issues. I bred her 3 different times, or 3 different males, 2 different ways. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to take her to a reproductive specialist, spend about $1,000 on that just to find out what's going on with her. But just as a backup, just in case if things don't work out, because she really was the foundation for my program. And it was really devastating that she was not taken no matter what I did.
Is she pissing like right after? Is she pissing it out?
Nah. It ain't nothing like that. Because I always know you got 30 minutes. You need to have them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doing that after they get bred. So it's just for whatever reason, man. Plus, she got silent heats. You know, that was another problem, was catching her heats, because she doesn't swell up. She doesn't bleed. The only way you're going to know she's even in heat is if she's flagging by being around another male or through a progesterone test.
Now, how is she bred?
Oh, man. Now, she's got Chevy and Camelot, but her shit going back to Kenny stuff. The breeder I got my dog from, that's who he knows. He knows Kenny.
Okay.
See, that's where he got his dogs from. So her grandfather was a Chevy Camelot 50-50 cross. And it's more of the taller style like Kenny produces, not like what's his name again? I can't remember. Mine's going blank. Because it's Kenny and the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
Oh, Art that started Camelot. Yeah. I mean, Art, rest in peace, is no longer with us, man. And you know, I guess they just went in different directions with their program. But
right.
You know, I asked because, man, I remember at one point you had a female, man, that pretty young, man, and her hips went bad on her.
Oh yeah. That was Tupio. She was Isis's daughter, and that was a co-owned deal with who I got my other red dogs from. He wanted to do that breeding back to an Ellis dog named Kilo, that's owned by this sheriff out there in Longview. So I didn't want to do the breeding, but he did. So, and since we had the deal that we had, to where I was able to obtain Little Man, who's an Avant dog, I said, you know, go with that. And that breeding was basically, that whole litter was split between 3 different breeders. So we basically split the litter. He got 2 pups, the other one got 3, and I got 3. There was only 9 pups in the litter. So, but how I got,
you found a lot of problems breeding the XLs like that.
Like that? What do you mean?
Like I mean, those structural problems, because
Stop
from what I can
screaming,
see,
Stop screaming.
Did I unmute you, Zulu?
Nah,
All
now
right.
you have, man. My bad.
Okay, you good, bro. That's all right. But we was just talking to Hotep about you know, some of the issues he ran into with breeding the XLs. And what I'm trying to ask you, Hotep, what do you think was the source of those problems that you found in your breeding program that made you have to change like that? Was it where you was getting the dogs from? Was it, you know, what do you attribute that sort of things going wrong to?
I mean, yeah, that was part of it. You know, I'm getting my dogs from. I know he's been breeding 20 years, but there's also a lot of now the anatomy of dogs that I be having to put him onto. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, because I do a lot of research and a lot of studying with a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
things that
right.
What he's breeding for is different from what I'm breeding for. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for quality. He's looking for quantity. So he gonna push some puppies out and do whatever he needs to. All he want them to be is red. You feel me? So I grabbed the best dogs that I could from him, and with that particular situation, he took the daughter Isis back to the daddy Kilo, and produced Tupio, and Tupio wound up having a luxating patella, developing that after a year old. And
what?
Yeah. And after I went to take her to the vet to get that looked at because she was limping, I said, they said they were gonna look at her hips, and they said that she got terrible hips. You don't even have to bother taking her to go get them tested because she would fail miserably. So I wound up giving her back to him. After that, completely removed her from my program because she obviously wasn't even ready to be bred yet. But I didn't even bother using her. I was like, I'm not even gonna start off with that mess in my shit. So I just said that's it for that. I don't got a problem starting over, as you can see.
Yeah. Santana Red Dog said breeding them XL bullies now is tricky. But I mean, I think you're doing the right thing, bro. I think you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Because when it's not what you intended, and only you know what your vision was. You know what I mean? You know, like kind of what was in your mind and what you were moving towards. And when that's not happening, bro, that's a very I'm not gonna say just frustrating. It's almost aggravating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I come from a school of thought that what the mind conceives, the hand can achieve. You know what I mean? Like that what the mind conceives should be made manifest in the physical world. So yeah, I could definitely relate, bro. I could definitely relate.
I got some
Zulu,
stuff.
what's good with you, bro? You ran into some breeding issues yourself, didn't you?
The only thing that I did was the second litter for Kali was too big, so they had to do the C-section. And then I haven't put out the video for the oh, there it is. Thank you. I didn't put out the video for Juju, but she kind of like bit her babies, bro. Like, they came out good. She had 10, and then out of nowhere, I like, because I think she's a first time mom, I went to do something. I look back, my son's like, yo, she's biting the puppies. And yeah, I took him to the vet, but they didn't really make it. Only one made it, really. They made it back home after they stitched them up, but they started dying slowly.
What?
Yeah, because I took them to a whelper, and I don't think the whelper knew what they doing, because when I read up to it, they say when you whelping the puppies, because they made it a week, and then they started dying. When you whelping the puppies, it got to be somebody who's pro at it, because when you bottle feed them, sometimes you might take the milk to their lungs or something like that.
So,
yeah.
All right,
You know
y'all.
what, though?
Listen,
But
we just hit midnight.
Now I know.
It is 2022. I hate to interrupt y'all right quick, but we just hit midnight. It is 2022. So I do want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New
Not
Year.
on my side.
You know they go by the East Coast.
I'm in the past.
He said I'm in the past.
Listen, bro, we gonna do this like it was meant to be done. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hey, it's gonna be a great one.
Y'all give me 1 second, because this is gonna make a mess here.
Oh, you about to pop a cork on that thing. Take it up.
Happy New Year.
Dog said, what the heck?
Even the dog saying Happy New Year. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I heard the dog.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Trent. It's about to get ugly in here, y'all.
My neighbor gave me a bottle of that MD 2020.
Now, I don't let them pop because the dogs don't like that noise, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that gunshot, that I
don't want to set nothing off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. It should have ricocheted in here somewhere, man, and fuck everything up.
Hey, y'all saw them little sparklers here? The little sparkles, you sell them here?
Salud.
You about to get some sparkling cider. Yeah, Walmart, ain't it? Yeah, Wally World. Oh, New Year's.
Hey, he's
Happy
like,
New Year. Happy New Year.
He's like, it's 2022. It's 2022.
Even the dogs know what time it is. Damn, girl, you gonna knock the tablet out my head. Lucky I can't show you what I'm working with over here. I don't know why the cam mic don't give me no access. Weird.
Huh?
Cam don't give me no access for some reason. I don't know why.
Pardon me, gentlemen. Pardon me.
So, yeah,
But yeah, man.
Hey, one thing.
Bank Statement Kennels, Happy New
One
Year.
thing I
Happy
gotta
New Year. Salute, salute.
One thing I gotta say though, people gotta be careful. You know, like I understand, like people could be like, well, some people are breeding for color, some people are breeding for this, but that's the beauty of breeding. Everybody has their own purpose. You can't knock another man for doing what they, you get what I'm saying? People
Right,
forget
right.
you can't be so in love with your dogs that when another man is doing something different that drives them, you go, well, they're breeding for this, but that's the part of breeding. That's why it's called breeding, because you do it for
But
size, look, temper.
there is a line that you have to draw,
That one.
right? And this is just me as a breeder in terms of ethics, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to be the dude, man, to have to get a dog from a guy that's treating this program like a puppy mill, right? If a dude is just cranking out dogs and he's not really investing that time that it takes to really cultivate, quality litters, like heavily culling. And when I say culling, I don't mean you got to put the dog down, but you certainly don't continue breeding that dog into the program. You understand? So,
Yeah.
although everybody does breed for different purposes, there's a limit to breeding, like for the sake of breeding, right? Like just slapping two dogs together because you got dogs. You know what I mean? Like I got a saying. So the fuck what? I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be cursing. But so what? You got dogs. What you gonna do with them? You know what I mean? So
We
what? You
all
got
grown.
dogs. What you gonna do with them? That's my saying, and I say that to myself every day. So
Yeah,
what? You got dogs. What you gonna do with them?
That's where all the
The
flaws,
dude pushing out them pups like that.
skin issues, all that stuff comes from breeding for
Because
just breeding out whatever.
because when you get down to it, bro, right, you're gonna say, so what is a puppy mill? Because back in the day, when I researched, and these were pits mostly, people used to have like 50, 60 dogs, like have land and just have 60 dogs chained up. So and that was normal back in the day. So is that a puppy mill or somebody who's breeding, right? You get what I'm saying?
Well,
It's
see,
a
it
weird
depends
subject.
because you can have 60 dogs on a chain, right? If you got 3 or 4 good yard hands, you know what I mean? That can help care for these dogs and help, nurture these dogs and develop these dogs.
Yeah,
A good extra set of hands is way undervalued in this game, bro.
Because I'll say this, because like what's his name? Copper Bull. There's a dude named Copper Bull. He was like, well, like he was like Juju, the way hair elbows come out, right? And then he didn't like that, and he was like, I wouldn't breathe. And then I said, well, to me, a dog that needs to do AI and can't naturally breed shouldn't breed at all, because to me, that's a standard of that's not a dog that should be bred. But nowadays, they're saying that you can take an AI and breed any dog and then be like, that dog is healthy, even though, like Frenchies, if you would leave Frenchies alone, they would like cease to exist because they can't do it naturally. So to me, that's not a dog that's supposed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you. Go ahead, Hotel.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, I'm not saying, and nobody quote me like I'm trying to start beef or something, but I'm saying that's where I was saying like perspective is everything, because I had a dude just like eating me about my dog, and then when I brought that up, I was like, okay, well, if a dog can't naturally breed, then it shows you right there it shouldn't exist. Man, they were like, what? Oh no, but it's correct. And I was like, but if it's correct, can it sit there and go to another dog and mount it? Yeah, and mount it and you know, do what it needs to do. And the answer was like, oh no, you know, but then that's not a healthy dog to me.
This is my thing, right? And I agree with you on that. In certain cases, like an AI is not the worst thing in the world. To me, an AI is actually less stressful on the male dog and the female dog. You understand what I'm saying? As long as there's somebody that they trust handling, you know what I mean, handling that process. But
That's true.
what bothers me is that, you know, people don't think about how the dog will end up suffering later on in life, right? A dog with bad structure, as it gets older, the natural wear and tear from life period is going to start setting in. And then, like, the abnormalities are going to start becoming more pronounced in terms of health problems, right? So if the dog like okay, let's say for me, Solo's rear legs are longer than his front legs, right? So if that's not
Yeah.
handled properly, he's going to end up with weak hocks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I don't exercise him properly, if I don't develop him properly, right, he's going to end up with weak hocks that may not bother him while he's 1, 2, and 3 years old. But what happens when he's 8, 9, 10? Because you get those vet bills, nobody else.
Yeah.
And vets, last time I checked, they don't even want to take a personal check no more.
It's just like
Real
this.
talk.
Like most people who know me know I work at a hospital, right? So I've done genetics, like not dog genetics, but human genetics, like Mendel experience, whatever, all that. So I was arguing with the same brother when he was like, well, you can breed out something from a dog. And I said, you can breed out only a percentage from a dog, meaning once it's in the DNA, there's a chance that it might pop up later. There might be a lesser chance of something popping out, but it's like people don't understand that. You know, like they like saying, you see, that's why I told you, like with my male, like if he doesn't correct, I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, like try to breed it out, but I'm gonna always have to let people know if they want to buy a puppy from me, like, yo, this what might happen. But other breeders will try to tell you like, nah, you know, if they had a fault on there, like, oh, it'll never come back again. But it's like, but it's in the DNA. This game is a weird game, bro, because it's tricky on, I guess it's, you got to find people like you who like what you like in a way. You know what I mean?
See, I mean, honestly, if we talking strictly ethical breeding practices, right, then a dog with flaws, you wouldn't breed, right? But obviously, you know, every dog has some flaws, right? Like the perfect specimen, depending upon your breed and your standards, yada, 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 is debatable, right? All that is moot. But
Yeah.
when you
There's
talking
major
about,
flaws, bro.
What'd you
that
say?
again?
I said there's major flaws and there's minor flaws.
Right, exactly, right. So now I can say that, all right,
Come here.
you know, I'm working this dog, and when I'm working this dog, I notice that this dog has a tendency to get short-winded, right? Now, if I'm raising hunting dogs, this is not a good look for me.
Yep.
Right? I don't need a dog. I don't need a dog that pants and sound like he's having an asthma attack, right? So to me, that's a major flaw for my program. Now, he may be the most beautiful, he may be the most muscular, he may have the prettiest red coat, the prettiest golden eyes, and somebody wants that dog just for how he looks.
And yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because
When we go, okay, the standard protocol, right? Just like how you talked about the dude who created the Chevy, he did band dogs, but they accepted it. So, but you fast forward in the future,
Well,
somebody
hold on. Let me
wants
qualify
something
that statement.
different.
Time out. I can't say they accepted it.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because I had a 4-hour conversation with a brother from Cajun Style Kennels, Kilo, and he informed me, man, that when Eddington, when people found out what happened, Eddington was beat to death with one of the trophies. Yeah, people didn't like that, bro. Them passing those dogs off as pit bulls when they was band dogs. A lot of people had a problem with it, and somebody beat him to death with one of his own trophies.
But what I'm saying is this though. But people knowing that, people still continued breeding, and you'll find somebody, let's say, with that kind of blood, will go try to tell, let's say, if how Bando does band dogs, and they're like, you can't be doing that. But it's like, bro, it's weird, bro, because when I look at the dog game, because like one thing I gotta say, did you guys know that after the stimulus check, dog breeders tripled in numbers? So like everybody. Yeah, I was talking to it went up 3 times, bro. Not one, not double, but triple, bro. So now it's really like watered down. But meaning like it's like I can't listen to somebody telling me what dog is proper and what dog is not, because it seems like somewhere along the line somebody had to break some rules to come up with a certain look or certain style or something, and then you find the same people with that dog one that, you know, we all know dog games got secrets just like any family, but then go try to judge people like, well, you doing this, you doing this. That makes no sense. You know, like Merle's allowed in some shows. Now Merle is the thing. So even the standards, that means they change, because you used to say this is not allowed. Not saying every club does, but sooner or later every kennel is going to say it. Even in ADBA, they were not allowed. But now I see ADBA Merle. It's weird.
Right. That is weird. That is weird. I'm not going to lie, bro. I agree with you 100%.
I didn't catch that. You was breaking up. What you say?
Because
my bad. I said I agree with you 100%. That was weird. Go ahead, Zulu.
So when somebody at ADBA, let me say I mix my dog with a wolf and be like, well, I'm starting a new breed, and then you try to tell me, let's say one of the people who come up with the standards, I can sit there and be like, well, you letting the Merles in the game. Why can't I? That's how watered down. My whole point is like the game's lost, bro. The game. I feel like the game's way too out of hand. Only those with principles, like who have self-principles, are gonna sustain the game. Like part of the game. Like saying this is why I talk to certain breeders, because they're gonna be certain breeders who keep the principles, and it's gonna be you as a consumer where you want to lay your head at.
True indeed.
Right on.
You know, this is my thing with that, right? Like a lot of people, man, it's kind of riding the wave. They just riding the wave. Hey, it's money in this shit. You know, people are selling dogs for $10,000, $50,000. It's money in it. Let's go get it.
Yep.
They don't have no regards for the dog. They don't have no regards for the breed. They don't have any regard for the history of dogmanship. Is that making any sense? They don't have a respect for what it takes to cultivate, develop, and produce the epitome of a particular breed.
Yeah, that's true.
They have lost sight of excellence. See, breeding is really about excellence. It's about getting the very best out of what's there. And because they've lost sight of that, because the money's in the game, right? It doesn't matter whether or not the dog dies in 2 to 3 years. It doesn't matter whether or not the dog has bad hips. They don't give a damn, bro. Just give me enough of them that I can parade around the show ring, hopefully take home a couple of trophies and charge a few grand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
That's the game, bro.
And back in the day, bro, you would hear breeders talk about the.
Hold on, Zulu, you're breaking up, bro.
You want me to get off?
No, you ain't got to get off. Just you got a little better spot.
Oh, I'm heading back out to the wilderness, baby.
Well, I mean, go ahead, say what you was gonna say, bro. When you find out that it's no good, just go ahead and mute yourself so we don't get the feedback.
Yeah, I'm saying that like people don't talk about the personality of the dog, the way the dog acts, and what like you don't hear the stories about what the dog did for people to be like, wow, that's an amazing dog. You understand what I'm saying? If you listen, I mean, I know back in the day they were fighting dogs, but you would hear about the dog's spirit, man. You would hear about a dog working hard, like doing something where that's what gave it value, not the color. Now, you get what I'm saying?
Real shit. I mean,
like you know, like
the Red Dogs
like
nailed it. He said they're a money machine. There's no integrity for dogs now, none.
Yeah, like it's like back in the day, it was like your best friend where you could like, you know what, bro, Imperial, a real one, man. He did this and did that for me, man. And I knew that that's my guy. I knew that that's who I'm gonna go with, and blah blah blah. Now it's just Imperial was driving a Lamborghini. He a real one. You get what I'm saying? It's weird.
Right. The measurement is wrong. The standards are wrong.
Yeah. It's not principles on the dog and the heart. Yeah, the looks is cool, bro. 90% of dogs look alike. I don't know what nobody say. If we're gonna be real, 90% of these dogs look alike. But if you listen to Dog Man back in the day, there were tests on how they test these dogs, their personalities, to find out who the dog really is, and so they can earn that kind of ranking. Nowadays, it just look good. That's about it.
You know the funny thing is, bro, that literally, I was just having a conversation with one of my breeders, and we were talking about pedigrees. We was just going through pedigrees, like we was just picking a dog, and we was on the phone, and he's just going in, like, all right, let's break this dog down and see how he's bred. And all of these fucking dogs go back to the same dogs, man.
Yep.
All of these dogs go back to the same dogs, man. The same foundation dogs were used in all of these breedings. And when I say foundation dogs, I mean that in the plural sense. Like Duke was one dog, right? That came from Camelot Kennels. But people forget to think beyond that. Where did the Duke come from, right? When the Duke was bred, who was his father? Who was his mother? Where did those dogs come from? Because this is what really tells the story, bro. This is what really tells the story. Abdul Kamal, my brother's in the building. He said, Assalamu alaikum, Aki, which means peace be upon you, brother. I appreciate the ilm. The ilm is an Arabic word meaning knowledge. All right, so the brother said, peace be upon you, brother. I appreciate the knowledge. All right. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Abdul Kamal. And I know y'all don't follow the Roman calendar, so to speak, but nevertheless, blessings and all your endeavors going forward. My bad. Go ahead, Bridget. I'm sorry, Hotep. Go ahead. I'm not Hotep. I'm Zulu. I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro.
No, I'm listening now, bro. Now I was just saying, like, it's just like I said, the game's changed. I don't care what, it's out of hand, bro. And you can't tell people nothing because so many rules have been let to they've let so many rules be broken that, you know what I'm saying, you can't go to a whorehouse and try to tell other whores how, you know what I'm saying, you're bad. You get what I'm saying? It's a whorehouse.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bro,
I mean,
you can say whatever. I'm just make some money.
at the end of the day, people are not going to change their script regardless of what you say. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some real influence in order for somebody to really change your okay, wait a minute, hold up. Trying to get some more people in here. So people are not going to just change their script for nothing, man. Let's see something here, man.
Back.
Y'all bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to get some more people in here, bro. Trying to get Santana Red Dogs on screen with us. Hotep, you still with us? You still in the building, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here, man.
Okay.
We're trying to get some milk from their mamas. Trying to working out. Everybody, make sure everybody's.
Hotep's the feds, bro. He quiet. He listening. He tapping in on people. He the feds. He too quiet.
Well, listen, man, the bro been working, man. He been putting a lot of work, and you know what I love, bro. And I don't say this to y'all often enough, man. I'm a one-man army. Y'all have been blessed enough to find a Zouge, find a mate, right? Find a partner in life that does what you do with these dogs, right? That's agreeable with what you do in these dogs. I don't have that, and I don't mind saying that. Like, literally, any female that come within 10 feet of me is gonna have to be willing to lay hands on these motherfucking dogs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at this stage of the game, man, this is my life, bro. And so this is, you know, like, I can't even front. I can't pretend to nobody. I don't go on a whole lot of vacations. I don't do nothing, man, except tend to these motherfucking dogs. And if she's gonna really play a part in my existence and take my time and energy, well, then goddamn, she's gonna have to contribute to these dogs. And that's what it is, bro.
And honestly, bro, I got blessed to get that, and it's not easy though. I'm gonna tell you, like, sometimes I prefer to be.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all, bro. It's not easy at all. I agree with you 1,000%.
One thing down.
Like, you'll see.
We trying to get Santana Red Dog in here, man, but for some reason it looks like he's blocked. Can't unmute because your guest chose to mute. Okay, all right. Well, he's in the building, so that's good enough for me. All right. Trent said, look at Bell Kennel's website. You can get so much history on Kubar's Golden Bud and the dogs Benji Reyes and Dusty created. All right, Trent. See, that's my dude. That's why I really, really need you on this panel as a motherfucking moderator. Real shit. Real shit. That brother know where to get the knowledge, man. If y'all ever get a chance, man, I'm gonna really do a show with just him on it, bro. And just listen to what this brother has to say, man, because honestly, for somebody who wasn't there at the beginning, brother has a lot of knowledge. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Zulu.
Hey, stay blessed. Nah, stay blessed. That's good.
You know, one of the reasons why, you know, like I debate the whole bully pit bull thing a lot, right? And that's because those dogs which have been crossed, and I use quotations with that, into American Staffordshire, to me, are 100% APBT, right? American Pit Bull Terrier, because the Staffordshire genetics are the only true 100% proven pedigree paperwork recognized by a registry that is not labeled American Pit Bull Terrier. The American Staffordshire Terrier was just a name put on an American Pit Bull Terrier that was put in the show ring.
Facts.
So when you have a dog, right, Camelot, that is OFRN crossed into American Staffordshire Terrier, well then shit, what you just told me is that you have OFRN crossed into good, well-structured dogs. Dogs that are good enough to win in the show ring. Y'all follow me on this shit? When I put together the idea of breeding Camelot dogs, it was because of the way they are bred. It was very disappointing for me to find out that Raina actually has Eddington in her pedigree. That was very disappointing to me, man, because she is easily, at this point, the most athletic and the most, if I were to say that she is most like the dog that I want to create, that is her. Raina's the dog that I would most want to create. Raina has been the perfect fucking exercise in developing a dog. Anything and everything I want out of that female I can get. I can't wait for her to drop the litter. But because of poor dogmanship, 8 generations ago, she can't be my foundation bitch. Do you know how much that bothers me? Because we're not just talking about the price or the money that you put into a dog when you purchase that pup. We're talking about the time and the energy, the cultivation, the characteristics that you want to see in a dog, to develop that dog, to make that dog be who and what you believe its full potential can be.
And that's what people don't understand. The key word that you said was time.
Time and energy, bro. Energy. Yourself. You put your soul into these dogs, man. You find yourself questioning whether or not you're doing right by the dog under certain circumstances. Everything in my life, I say, well, listen, this thing that I'm doing in my life, how does it affect my dogs? How does it affect their development, the time I have to spend with them? Oh, well, then that shit got to go on the back burner. Vacation.
And even
all that shit, man. You
waking up early too, like you don't get to rest, and you know what I'm saying. When I want to go on holiday, you know how many people I gotta see that can fit into what I'm doing, or it's just people don't understand that, man. People don't understand that, and then they want to responsibility.
You know, to me, it's one of those things where at some point you're going to recognize exactly what you're putting into this, right? You're going to really recognize how much. Santana Red Dogs, you in the building?
My fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But as long as you're in the building, bro, that's the most important thing. But
yeah, I can hear you.
So when you developing these dogs, man, you put, at least me, right? I can't speak for everybody, but there's a major piece of my soul going into developing these dogs and treating them, you know, like souls in development, like creatures in development. Like you're trying to bring the best out of anything in life, right? There's no substitute for excellence. No. So when you really going hard to bring out the excellence in the dog and give it its full range of capability, and then to find out somebody somewhere way in the background, they wasn't dealing with the same ethics you was dealing with. Well, shit, he's my predecessor. Why isn't he? Right? He was a dog man before I ever even thought about it, right? So, and that's the key in this game. You have to not only do research on the dog, but you have to do research on the breeders.
Yep.
Do research on your breeders. And we are going to make that a thing on this channel where we will be highlighting certain breeders live. Let y'all talk to them for themselves. Let you see why they do what they do. Let them explain themselves what goes into their program. The same way I sit here and I tell y'all, listen, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm trying to produce. We want to hear that from them. Is that a fact?
Yeah. That's going to be good.
Yeah, that's definitely important.
Because on some real shit, bro, what you went through, Hotep, I would die if I had to go through. But I experience a little bit of it now because somebody way back wasn't handling their business, man.
Yeah,
It's
doing
not a
something
cool thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a
tough.
cool thing.
Things going on before us, man. We're going to move forward from a lot of bullshit behind. A lot of bullshit.
This is my thing. I can't wait for Bando for Life's program to get to the point where, you know, he's got paperwork registered for all his dogs, and he can offer that to people that patronize his work. Because at the end of the day, you know that those are structurally sound dogs. You see those dogs working in great shape regularly.
Mm-hmm.
You see a Mastiff Pit Bull mix without the structural problems.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother don't charge a whole lot of money. He's not, he ain't trying to break nobody's bank. But at the same time, what he's producing is more valuable than a lot of these dogs that have pedigrees older than, older than I am.
Yeah.
Right.
They named me Old Man River at 3 years old, man. So, But I have to say that to say, man, we do need better from the dog game. We need better from our breeders. And believe it or not, those of us who are sitting here having this conversation this evening, we are those breeders. The shit we did not like in our experiences are the shit that we have to cull from our own business practices.
Yeah.
That's some shit.
But like I heard you talk about Bando. That's the thing about some of these things. Like when people talk papers, it's just those. It's like I look at it like fraternities. Like some people make it hard for other people to try to get in. You know what I mean?
True.
They make it damn nearly impossible because I think they feel like sometimes that I had to go pay for mine or do the initiation. When you get it, we'll treat it like societies. When you get into certain societies or certain cults or tribes or whatever, everybody gets in their own initiation. And so I feel like some of these people feel like, well, if I had to do this, why don't you? Why do you want to come in your own way? It's weird. You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to lose sight of some of the questions we got coming up here, y'all. DeMarco Smith said that I heard you could sell the pups for more with papers. What you think about that, Hotel?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not really the point. Unless you're trying to run a business.
Yeah, you can because it's a kind of thing where you saying
it's value.
It's
a value
thing.
thing.
And it's legit because you can trace back. it's not a guessing game, I guess. So I could come with any dog and be like, well, I got this in there, I got this in there, and I could be
Well, how
selling
do you
you a
know that's
dream.
real? Some bullshit. So people want to be able to
Yeah.
Hold on,
check
Zulu. Santana, I need you to give me a little bit more on your answer, bro.
on what exactly.
Your initial response.
On what DeMarco said.
Right.
I guess it
You
really
said it
depends on
depends. Go ahead.
I look you forgot, but
You basically said it depends on what you after.
that, and I guess what you're trying to do or what you're trying to get. I mean, in my opinion, it's not about the money. You're trying to create something that's of quality. I mean, but if you're running a business and that's what you're doing, that's your livelihood, then of course, if you're producing something good and of quality, you're going to want to charge extra or what you think it's of value. So of course, yeah, but not trying to break niggas over the head for a dog is kind of like how I think of it.
So I'm going to chime in right here, man, and I'm going to actually borrow something, man, from somebody who killed it in a nutshell. I can't say it no better than this. Papers on a dog don't mean shit.
True, you can have great papers.
You find yourself trying to sell some dogs.
Yeah, let me go.
Now, that's key to the game. Thompson Kennels, shout out, Happy New Year's, Thompson. You know how we rock, bro. At the end of the day, on some real stuff, man, I produced a litter that was pure fire. And I produced it with an agreement, right, with some other people. And because they didn't hold up to their agreement, I didn't keep a single dog off that litter. The mother was not registered. As a matter of fact, if y'all go to the community, you see the white dog. That was one of the dogs off that litter. The all-white male that he's up in Boston now with my cousin. But now the whole litter came out like that. When I talk about some fire ass motherfucking dog, I loved that litter. But it was produced by my boy Bull and an unregistered female. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, I happen to know that female is scatterbred with everything from Kobe to Patrick. Like, she's got it all in there. But at the end of the day,
they didn't have that
thing. Register that litter. I couldn't even keep that litter, and I could not sell those dogs for what they were worth. So papers don't mean anything until you need to sell a dog.
Can I put in my 2 cents?
Sure, please.
Mine is like this, okay? Like saying, I feel like with me, some people be like, well, this and that. Well, my vet bills and me paying for the same dog to get it from somebody else for the same papers for that price, I don't care how I love the game. I had to do it. You're going to have to do it. I'm not going to hit you. Like, I never sell no puppies more than what I got for the parents, meaning I had to do. You get what I'm saying? Like,
okay, yeah.
Some people get mad, like you're saying, you don't have love for the game. I cannot, like, one of my dogs, they're worth 5 bands, right? I've never sold their puppies for 5 bands, but I paid 5 bands, bro, for me to just get that dog. And then when that dog went through things that I vet bills and even to get it to breed or the feeding it, all that. And then when you come, and I understand you got love for the game, but like, remember I said, it's like a fraternity because to get initiated.
Say that word again. It's like a what?
Fraternity.
For real shit. It's like a fucking.
Yeah, like for me to get initiated.
Drop it now, because it's the real shit, y'all.
For me to get initiated,
everybody coming in the game is like the music game. You damn near like a rapper, right? When you first trying to get into these dogs, can you escape the rape? On some real shit.
Yep.
When you're dealing with certain breeders, understand that there are many breeders who will sell you what they don't want.
Hey, that for real.
What they don't want. So what you're getting and what you're spending all that capital on is really guesswork.
I'm not
That
gonna
brings
hold you.
me
I
back
think
to
the
my
bully game
original
low key
premise.
ruined the dog game, in my opinion.
Know your breeders. Know your breeders. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Zulu.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like the papers for me is really just for you to get in and just be like, oh, I did this, but what sucks is I can't, you know what I'm saying, I cannot give you something that costs me a lot of money to produce just like that. Like if I know you like Imperial, if I'm like, bro, I'll throw you a puppy because I know maybe later you throw me a puppy or we could work something out. But if I don't know you, it's different. It's because even with me, with one of my dogs I got for free, I had to know a dude for so long, and then he was like, you know what? Here's the dog, bro. Here you go. But like, it's just, you know what I mean? I understand when they're like, papers don't mean nothing, but man, it means something if you have to go work to get it, because now it's like, why should I let you get in easier than how I get in? And it's not a vengeful thing. It's about, I gotta maintain. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like right now, my dog, like the Juju, like the one puppy, I ended up keeping him. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with him. I don't even know if I'm gonna breed him. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Like saying I had to pay.
I'm laughing because when you got that pup, I was like, now what the fuck is he gonna do with Juju? I swear to God.
Yeah, because it's like
ahead,
the C-section, her being sick because she got sick. I had to take the puppies to pay for them to get all this, and then they look like they're gonna survive. All the money, just get into it. So if somebody was like right now, like, bro, that puppy right there, then I gotta sit back and be like, man, I had to go through hell and high waters for this man to make it. I even made videos of us feeding him every time trying to get him to go. And he'd have moments where he's about to die and my son's crying and we going through this. And when somebody one day goes, hey, I want that, that's going to play a fact on how I let him go. You get what I'm saying? If I decide to let him go.
Yeah.
Now, can we put something out there right now? Like on some real stuff? Like when we talking about these dogs, bro, there is no fast route.
At all.
Yep.
There's no fast route. The only sure route is the slow route.
Yep.
Start with good dogs from the beginning. That means start with a reputable breeder from the beginning.
Yeah.
We are living in an age where physical contact and interaction is discouraged, right?
It's gone,
basically, the days of being able to visit somebody's yard and walk amongst, their dogs and look at, all that. A lot of dudes not doing that no more.
Yeah, you know how many?
I respect the reasons why, but at the end of the day, you want to kind of see what you're doing, bro, because we're talking about thousands of dollars now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're not talking about, for the common man, thousands of dollars equals more than most people's paycheck.
Yeah.
Hey, for real though, like for example, to me, I bought this dog for my wife. This dog is useless. You hear me?
Which dog is that?
This is the French Bulldog. But I spent 7 bands for a dog
I'm not gonna
breathe.
hold
Listen
you.
to how he's
See what the
breathing.
fuck they do with Frenchies?
Listen how he's breathing, bro.
Well, listen.
You
As
seen how
far
they
as
doing the
that,
Frenchies
bro,
now, man?
I'm gonna say something to you.
Very French.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy
Fluffy
life.
Frenchies, dude.
She
That
puts
shit
up
is
with all
bogus.
the other motherfuckers, right? She puts up with all that other shit, right?
Yeah, no.
Give her that Frenchie. Give her
But
that
what I'm
Frenchie,
saying
dude.
is this.
We're not gonna even talk about that.
No, but what I'm saying is this.
Because if I can
A
find
dog
a
like
chick
that-
to put up with these 3, I give her 10 right now. Do what you want with it, baby. Here. You understand? Just put up with these 3. And me.
Bro, that dog is just You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen,
why is it so expensive, bro? It has no purpose but to look
listen.
adorable. Like,
Do
They
the
got
research on the dog, right?
Actually,
Do
the
the
original
research on
French
the dog.
bulldogs are pest
You'll
control
find that
dogs.
the breed was kind of like it was a fancy of royalty. You understand what I'm saying? And these little lap dogs, that's what it is, man. And you know how women want to feel like royalty. They want these little, you know what I mean? But listen, at
yeah,
the end of the day, if she putting up with all that other shit, because bro, between me and you, I don't know a chick alive, not no chick that I know that would have put up with fucking dog cages in the dining room.
hey,
I got murdered. You heard me?
listen, hey, she knew the dream,
You was
bro.
rocking,
But
my dude. You
look
was
where we at.
rocking. Giving birth in the dot, bro. Listen, I'd have got killed. I would not have got away with
But
it,
look
bro.
at where we
I'm
at,
not
though.
gonna kid you.
Listen,
Huh?
but look where we at now. She knew this is where we were going.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
all the vision.
give her that Frenchie, bro. If she want another one and she want to breed them motherfuckers, give her that, bro. Because without like really just making sure that part was good, the rest can't even go. You understand what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Real shit. Real shit. Without making sure that foundation is good, man, you can't even build on top of it.
Yeah, keep it a buck, man.
If
It's
the
my fifth
foundation
time
is
trying to do it.
shaky, man, listen.
You see this nigga, man? You see this nigga, man? Breathing all heavy on me and shit. Like, get away from me, bro. My wife is like, that's me.
I heard you, son. I heard you. I heard
He
you.
be following because he know where the alpha is, so he be following me, trying to beg and shit. Like, but he's cool though. He's cool. Like the kids love him. I call him my nanny because he looks after my puppies, bro. Like when I have puppies, he for legitly like
Listen,
takes care of
if
them
you
and
want to
makes sure
get
they
if you
straight.
want to get one of them little motherfuckers that's really about the bullshit, but they little like that, get a Boston Terrier. A Boston Terrier ain't gonna take no shit from none of your dogs, B. You get the right Boston Terrier, he gonna snatch your motherfucking Camelot dog by the nose and hold that motherfucker and dare that Camelot dog to try to get his mouth on him. He can't.
Let me tell
A
you
dog that
something.
size can't get his mouth on a fucking Boston Terrier. And when I tell you they lock, my nigga, they lock.
Yeah.
They will draw blood.
Jack Russell.
Literally. Listen.
Get you a little fucking Jack Russell.
Jack Russell Terrier.
They good, but they don't have that bulldog in them. The Boston Terrier is almost like a
It's a rat dog, but them little niggas is fire too.
Snakes.
Yeah, they go. But I'm talking about pain tolerance. I'm talking about the ability to lock and just hang in there.
Yeah, it's a bulldog.
You understand what I'm saying? Like with something bigger. I've seen Boston Terriers do it, bro. I used to have a blue brindle, and I swear to God, man, this nigga disappointed me so bad. The neighbor's Boston Terrier snatched him by his nose and like had his shit leaking. And this motherfucker looked like, let's play some more. Like no aggression at all. I wanted him to tear that little shit apart. But that's why I'm real careful, bro. I'm real careful. I've been through a lot with these dogs, man. I insist on a dog with some heat. Y'all know that's what my shit is all about. You understand? Like that's what if the dog can't get down, I don't want it. Period.
Hey, facts. To me, I wouldn't even say if a dog can't be a dog. These new dogs are not dogs. These new dogs are like humans stuck in a dog. Like I get human spirit stuck in a dog. This is why, honestly, I like the Camelot because it's instincts and drive, bro.
Let me drop a jewel on you. Let me drop a jewel on you.
The world that we live in now, they
this is not just
breeding that shit out of them.
Let me say this right quick. We as dog men are really custodians of creation. We've just chosen dogs to work with. Man's role in creation is really to develop the rest of creation. Man is the most intelligent creature on the planet. Man is the only creature that reaches across 93 million miles and harnesses the energy of the sun. He makes the sun his servant. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you start dealing with these dogs, what you're really doing is you're developing creation. These dogs are fucking getting smarter dealing with you.
Yeah.
The dog that I've seen it in my dogs, man, they increase in intelligence. They learn to be more attentive. They learn to be more responsive. So when you're getting that, understand that what you're doing is you're assisting the process of evolution.
Hey, babe, do you know I put the car keys?
On some real shit, you are assisting the process of evolution.
Let me ask you this, though.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Let me ask you this, though, Imperial. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
In 5 years, we're gonna definitely be full-fledged on our own land. The dogs will be hunting for their own meat. Like we won't be spending money in supermarkets and shit like that. I guess some of your supplements, if you really feel like you need them at that point, you can do that. But in 5 years, the program will just really be beginning with dogs that are solidly bred, right? And taking on whatever challenges that you put them to in the field.
I will
So,
say this. I will say this though.
for
That female that you had on that video that was with your male that you were flirt polling with, that was a fire female, bro. That's one of the best
listen,
females
bro,
I've seen.
honestly, that bitch is she was about half Rainy Suckers. And as good as she was, like she wasn't the most talented female. She didn't have the most ability. She
You
had a
don't have her
hell
in
of
your
a
stock anymore?
no sir. No
You
sir. We
don't?
tried to breed her. The breeding didn't work out. And before we could breed her again, we ended up losing her. We lost her to the authorities. She was off the hook. And again, like y'all hear me say this, I'll beat this shit to death. Camelot, original Camelot blood has nothing to do with bullies.
At all.
Please, anybody that hears this at any point, get that out of your head. Because what I went through on my yard that day was a moment of my personal shame. And I hate the fact that y'all think that video is so hot that it's gone viral. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's really one of those things, man, that like I didn't understand what the fuck was happening. And you see that at the end of the video. I literally say, what the fuck is wrong with y'all today? Because when I went out there in slippers and with a flirt pole that the dogs couldn't even grab. So I thought, because these are bullies, right? This is Star from Hollywood bullies. Yeah. Like but nobody told me that this is red heat. Like, yo, nobody told me, bro.
But you know what though? That's part of the process of growth and understanding.
But no, that's not growth, bro. That's misinformation.
No,
yeah.
Because when
and
that bitch jumped up there and she grabbed that flirt pole, I was like, oh shit. She wasn't, bro. Look at the whole scenario. Look at the tees on that
pole.
I'm
saying is this,
wait a minute. Hear me out.
That's,
the tees on the pole was never meant to be grabbed. She should
Yeah,
have never been able to grab it.
That's
It
was thin as hell.
The bitch
Literally.
got it anyway. That tells you a lot about the drive on these dogs.
And that's what I told you. That...
And I had another female in heat. So my male was overdrive.
But
nobody told me, bro.
But
Nobody
what I'm saying is
that's not growth. That's like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened?
Let me say what I was gonna say though. But saying that's that experience that now you know deeper about the dog, bro. It's like everybody, even the people who, let's say, was supposed to inform you, they learn through those mistakes and understanding of, okay, this is like this is like that. And you don't just, wake up and be like, I know everything about the dog. Those are the processes as a breeder. It's just that we happen to live in the age where everything's recorded. If that wasn't recorded and you were in your back, nobody knew about that. When somebody, let's say you breed those two and they buy a puppy, then you could explain to them like, yo, don't get comfortable. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Like,
But
I'm
you know
not
what I
saying
find
I'd
funny about
argue
that too, though, bro?
they didn't
And I'm
know.
gonna say this: those dogs didn't come to me with any scars on them, right? So I think Star had one scar on her. They didn't have like it seemed to me like it wasn't until they got together that shit happened. You understand what I'm saying? It was really very
hold on,
interesting to see because I had Bull 7 months. I had Bull 7 months before he exhibited any aggression, like where he was just like he almost killed Star that day, bro. Y'all don't see it in the video, but I carried Star off the yard that day. Like literally, when I shut that shit down, Star walked across the fucking camera and collapsed. Whatever she tried to do to him, that motherfucker got a hold of her, and in less than the time it took me to make that fucking video, almost killed that bitch.
That's
so
crazy.
When I'm adamant about this shit, it's because, bro, that's misinformation. That's not somebody not doing their duty to tell you, yo, bro, what you fucking with right there could kill something.
Yeah.
Don't let it off the leash. Be careful how you do this. Nobody said any of that to me. They told me, Star, oh, she's internet famous. She's, in Hollywood bullies. She's gone viral, bro.
But listen, hey,
That
happy
kill
New
everything
Year's.
she touched.
Happy New Year's, Repo. That's what I was gonna tell you, Repo down there commenting.
Real shit.
Happy New Year,
My
Repo.
bad, y'all. My bad. Hold up.
Happy New Year's, my G.
Happy New
Hold
Year.
up. We got a few more people in here, but DeMarco, I definitely wanted to get your comments in there, bro. And y'all know what it is. It's New Year's, man. So I'm feeling my vibe, yo. Holla at me on this red. You heard?
Yeah. But now you know, bro. That's when I say knowledge, I'm like, that's the, I'm saying, things that you gotta understand, because even me with the Thanos, the guy who sold it to me told me like, hey, you gotta integrate him with people and dogs, like for real, like, you know what I'm saying. And then when he was like, I learned when he was like 5 months, where he almost killed a dog that we left for, like, we turned around, bro, for like a few minutes, and when we're together, I didn't understand that he only doesn't do it because I'm the alpha, like it's like respect, like he's
Right.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not. But when I left him,
But when you
what
leave the
happened?
yard, it's a whole different.
And when I
Your authority
left him,
figure isn't there anymore, so he's gonna do what he wants to do.
yeah. So when I left him, bro, he went, and that wasn't the first, the second, and the third time. Like, I had to learn through a lot of mistakes. Like, you know what? Because I would go through this thing where I'd be like, nah, and the dude would tell me like, bro, trust me. Even with females, with Kali, bro, Kali had to learn to defend herself to be around him. I only let him be around other females, honestly, like that, when they're in heat or after they breed. After he breeds with the female, then he gives them that respect. But before that, he tries to dominate.
Hey, bro, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. Some dogs will tolerate being around other dogs. Some dogs will enjoy the company of other dogs, and some dogs just won't have it at all, no matter how much you try to condition them around other animals.
Nah,
And
I
you
don't
gotta
condition him
understand,
anymore.
like,
He
I've
just
got
be on
to a
his own.
point, bro, where I respect dogs' personalities the same way I respect human
Respect a
beings'
human,
personalities.
exactly.
You understand what I'm
Some
saying?
people
Because
just don't like being
you have
around other people.
my boy Bull, his only drive greater than to tear something the fuck up is displeasing me. That shit we went through on my yard that day, it set a tone between us that even before he takes off now, he will look back at me. I called him off a fucking skunk today, yo. Literally, he ran up on a skunk before I even saw what the fuck he was getting. And
Yeah,
before the shit could spray, I told the motherfucker, no, come back. He froze in his tracks, did a fucking 180 and came back, yo. So we didn't get sprayed. You understand? Like it's been a 4-year fucking journey getting him to that point. Their fucking natural heat is some shit to deal with.
When that drive kicks in, command to go in one ear and go out the other.
Real shit, bro. Yo, let me ask you something. How is Thanos bred?
He's he's a father. He's inbred. He's a father to daughter, like to keep
Hold on.
that certain look, and that's why I crossed him out with Kali. But Kali has some of his ancestors too in him, and that's why I like the puppies. The way they come out, because I soon learned, like, some people when they breed dogs, they go take a million different dogs and try to mix them together. But to be consistent, there has to be where, like, they some similarities somewhere in the. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like,
Hold on.
like
Let me
a
get
lot
to
of.
some of these shout outs, bro.
Okay.
I've been a poor host. Let me get into some of this right quick, right? So 78 kicked in. He said it's not useless, bro. It's leverage against your wife when you need to buy some dumb shit. Feel me? Yo, salute. Salute to that shit. Yeah, salute to that, right? My brother, full blown Yahuwah. What up, Aki? Listen, shalom aleichem, Aki. Brother, you know better than most what the truth is. We need to hear more from you, man. I would definitely love to have you as a guest on my show. Everybody ain't gonna like what you have to say, but I love what you talking because you telling the truth. All right. And matter of fact, y'all go check that brother out, full blown Yahoo. It ain't
I know
always
he is.
comfortable. I'm gonna tell you that
Nah, I
truth ain't
know, bro.
always comfortable.
I watch him.
But pay attention because the brother studies, right? And the scholars are few and far between. The brother studies and he lays it out as it is. That is key. All right. I'm gonna move on.
No more knowledge seekers, and all the ones that got
Repo
knowledge
Dimes,
not giving it up, or they're dead. They're gone.
Red
Cool.
Line Blood. Happy New Year's, brothers. Peace to Repo Diamonds. Happy New Year, brother. We ain't seen you lately, bro. Where you been at?
Repo been MIA, bro.
Yeah, man. Seems like you and Mando coming back at the same time. What's going on? Y'all ain't gonna start that shit again, right?
Hey, chill. Here
It's
you
all
go.
love. Happy New Year,
Here
2022, y'all.
Repo, nah, Repo, don't listen to that comment. Here you go, Imperial. You starting
Listen,
shit.
I'm gonna give y'all the jewel. Nah, see, I'm gonna give y'all a jewel. 2022, right? Is really 2 times 3. You see it? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2. Right? So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 is a balanced number. It's an even number. And if you pay attention to it, 6 will be in the year. It'll be, it's a prominent number. And it means equality. So y'all got equality. Ain't no big I's and little U's.
I'll say this.
Equality 2022.
I'll say this though. They bring out the best in each other. They might bust heads, but that competition is what makes the dog game beautiful. You get what I'm saying?
True. But when we're talking about proving dogs, let's have a standard measure of how we do that. Because they run in 2 different types of dogs. They run in 2 different lines. You would expect different things from different lines.
Like, my dog could do this. Hey, the other one, my dog, you know what I mean? Like, it's heavy hitting. It's heavy hitting.
Absolutely. Now listen, not to forget y'all. That joint is in the chat. You know what I mean? I think I got 2 more spots. So if y'all want to hop on, shit, man, we all here together, bro. We brought in the new year together. That's what's up.
Tell me when you want me to get off here. Hey, listen, I'm still in the past. It's 11:06 out here.
Get off. What you talking about?
I'm still in the past too.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy New Year, man. Y'all got to get it together, man. What you mean you still in the past? It's 2022, man.
Yeah, in the future.
Why you think I got y'all up here, man?
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the past talking to the future.
It's midnight here, so I'm here.
Man,
we was talking a little bit about how Thanos and Kali are bred, because I'm really curious about that. Honestly, me to you, bro, I think that was the best breeding you did. Although I was worried that Kali was bred too early. I was worried about that. But she handled her business, dining room and all.
I'll
she
say
handled her
I
business.
just
My nigga,
I'll,
you thugged that. I'm gonna tell you something, my dude. You thugged that.
listen. I'll say this. I met a dude that I know. I won't say his name because that's his business. He breeds all the girls they first heat all the time, right? And
Mhm.
I used to get on his head, and I'm not saying if it's true or not. And he would always say this first comment. He said, "Is God?" And we're not talking religion here. He said, "Whoever made the world, are they wrong?" And then I was like, "What do you mean?" He's all, "You tell me whenever in the wild or in nature, if heats matter, or is it you're ready, we're doing this, and it come out." And I was like, yeah. And then when I found out you could do it on the second heat, and that's what I was doing. I never did it like, first or whatever. Like, but that's that I forever will never forget that. Even though in the dog game, I understand with maturity, but he said that he was like, whenever has God been wrong? So in the wild, do they go, yo, Imperial? If you go to Lions, do they go, no, hey, it's my first heat. We can't, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
You get, and I'm not saying it's, and I
Right.
swear to God, if anybody quote me like I'm saying it's good or bad, I'm not saying none of that. I won't even say their name. I just know somebody who does that. I know a couple of people does that, and honestly, I was excited, bro.
Listen,
You
bro.
know,
I know a
I
bunch
was,
of people that breed on the first heat. I know.
Female.
I know. It's just me personally
I word on the
because
third
of
now.
what I'm insisting on from a dog. I kind of like I want to know what that dog is first before I
Yep.
commit to breeding that dog and how I'm gonna breed that dog. I need to know what's in that dog. I need to know what it's about. I need to know, like kind of how the dog rock out. And
Yeah.
when a dog is in a female in her first heat, you really won't see that. You won't
Yeah,
see
I do it.
anything of
I,
what
I
that
used
female is eventually going to become,
I
right?
did it
So
on the second heat, but now if you notice, I got other dogs there, and they've already passed their second heat. I'm waiting for their third heat, and that's what I'm going to do because what I understood that the maturity too, on
makes
how
all the difference in the
you get,
world,
and
bro.
it also changes their development too. Like saying you can take a dog that's still young that has a lot of growing to do and fast forward its maturity to be like, damn, I'm a mom now, but I'm a kid taking care of a kid. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm a
Think
young
about
child.
this.
That's why in
Even
the
as
wild,
a
effect.
young dog, she's still developing herself, right?
Yep.
So like her body is still demanding certain things, right? Still demanding a little bit more than a fully grown adult dog needs. So now you put the addition of her having to care for pups. Now the pups are also taking from her development. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yep.
ultimately, you never really see what her full development is because she's early in life had to already start providing for others.
And she never gets to enjoy being a dog, bro. It's like me now
Right,
knowing my dogs
right,
personally,
right.
knowing my
And
dogs
that's part of
personally.
her development. That's
Yeah,
part of
you
her
taking her,
development.
you taking her innocence of like I saw Kali go from running around, rolling. She's serious as fuck now, nigga. I swear to
Right,
God. She just come in, she just sucked the air out of the room like nigga, smile, bro. She just serious. You hear me? She gets her
bro.
moments where she's like,
Tell me something.
but
How was
she's
Collie
serious.
bred?
Hold on, like she's more of a Murray, like it's a dude from East Coast, Murray and Peterson hunting dogs. Like the dogs the dude got from was hunting dogs. Like she came out smaller than her parents. That's what I never got.
Bro, don't worry about that. Don't ever worry about that. Don't ever worry about
And
that.
she's got the
Tell me more
Viet.
about how she's bred.
She's got a lot of Viet Cong in her. Hey, where's my papers, man? Where are my papers for my dogs?
Y'all know in a pack in the wild, the alpha female determines who gets bred.
Right. Exactly.
What'd you say?
In the
Hey, hold
wild,
on. Hey,
really, in the wild, no
Super.
bitch is allowed to breed except the alpha female.
Yeah, that is true. On
Every
wolves,
bitch will
though.
take care of her pups,
Sit on the wolves. Wolves,
right?
lions.
Right, but on some
Amen.
real shit, like there's only one bitch breeding, and that's the top bitch.
Hey, I
If you're
gotta
talking
eat
about
real
how it's
quick.
done in nature.
I gotta eat real quick. I gotta play Family Man. She wants me to play Family Man.
Man, you better. What
Listen,
you
why you
talking
on
about,
my
bro?
girl's side that
What I'm
much, bro?
sitting here telling you, you got an extra set of hands, bro. You better go
Why you
pay
listen?
them.
I'm gonna have to cancel you, man.
Yo, go pay your help, bro.
Listen,
Yo, man. No, but
you
real shit,
killing.
there's no substitute for a good backbone, bro. So handle you, man. We here, bro. We here. Matter of fact, Sunday we going live again. I'm bringing Kilo in from Cajun Style Kennels because
Yeah.
we did a 4-hour fucking interview that wasn't recorded. So I'm
Why
gonna give
not?
him the shit didn't record, man. Like this shit is recording right now. That shit didn't. So we're gonna bring him back, let him record his shit. He's gonna be coming to YouTube. He's gonna be starting his own channel. Like Kilo's one of them dudes in Camelot that you want to know.
And it's 11:11. That means something. It's 11:11 at me, right? I just looked at the clock. It's
I
11:11.
keep telling you, it's about balance and equality, man. It's about balance and equality.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hit y'all, man. Stay blessed. Stay
Absolutely,
safe.
Zulu.
Amen. Hey, I appreciate
Blessings
you.
to you, all you love, and all those that love you, bro.
Hey, Hotep, I'm gonna see you, bro. You stay blessed. He been quiet. I'm telling you, the feds.
This nigga stupid, yo.
He ain't got
He
no
done-
sense, yo. But that's why we love him.
Hey, I'm just playing, bro. You know I'm playing. You
On
know
the back, bro. But yeah, y'all.
That nigga wild.
Yo, listen, I understand what Zulu's doing. I understand where he's at, bro. It's just certain shit that, like, if you love your brother, be honest with him.
Yeah.
If you love your brother, be honest with him, man. And I come from a culture where you love for your brother what you love for yourself.
Yeah, that's how I am, man. If I can't be straight up with you, I can't fuck with you. I ain't gonna have nothing to say.
Real shit. Real shit.
You're wasting my time and energy.
Mom said, don't let them get you in trouble, Zulu. Ah, man, oh man, oh man. Listen, man. Listen, I do what I do, man, because I recognize the truth of a situation, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not for everybody. This is a very unique lane. Ain't nobody in my family trying to fuck with me on this. Ain't nobody in, you know, like my original social circle, the life I come from. They don't even understand this shit.
Yeah. Same here.
To a limited extent, we rocked out in the box dogs together. You know what I mean? But this is a whole different lane. And one of the problems I had in the box dog lane was the fact that dudes wouldn't pick up.
Wouldn't pick up.
I don't when I say wouldn't pick up in the box, man, you know, dudes is pretty much with the intention of, you know, seeing the dog give its all.
Yeah.
Right. And it's all typically means its life. Now,
Yeah.
once you've seen that a dog is willing to do that and go there, there's a point where if the dog is losing the match, you don't necessarily have to let the dog die. What you have is excellent blood. Because the dog didn't necessarily win that day, that may have been a fault of your handling. That may have been a fault of the dog's training or conditioning. There's a million and one reasons why the dog didn't prevail that day. But if the dog showed the will to win, if the dog showed the just unrelenting desire to push forward, regardless of circumstances, then pick the dog up.
I think that came more from the younger generation. My grandpa was he raised quarter horses and he was a fast lane man. Most of the stories ended. The dog never really ended in being killed at the end of the fight or at the end of the match. It was basically how we do boxing or
Right.
stepping into the MMA ring.
That's
And when I
right.
seen that for the first time as a kid, you know, you took me to one, and I seen it, and it was legitimately like skill. When I was younger, I thought it was just two animals ravagingly going at it, but watching these dogs keep each other off each other. If a dog dropped his guard, he'd charge him and getting out of different submissions. It was like watching the fucking Anderson
Right.
Silva and somebody else going at it. Like legitimately two animals locked in combat. So how could you not respect that? You don't have to like it, but at least respect it.
I was trying to explain
That's
to
how I seen it.
somebody about the difference between that I see between box dogs and the Camelot dogs. And it comes to that grappling ability, right? With the Camelot dog, it's going to take hold and it's going to lock on the dog and hold that hold, right? Like trying to get loose from a Camelot lock, you have a better chance at like nothing in life. Like on some real shit. Now a good box dog will release a hold in
And get a
favor of
better
a
one.
better hold
Exactly.
in a better location, right? So it'll grab the snout, work the front end, and then work its way to the back end, right? Work its way to them stifles and really empty the dog guts out, all that, like a good fucking box dog. And you got dudes that train for this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side of this, and the Camelot dog is more of a catch dog. That's the dog that you're gonna get that's gonna grab hold, lock hold, and it's not moving. You can beat it, kick it, do whatever you want to do. Like at the end of the day, that dog is not releasing its hold.
It's not.
When going against another dog, they are notoriously throat dogs. And that's really a hunting thing, because what they're really trying to do is not rip the dog's throat out, but to suffocate the dog. And that's how predators treat their prey in the wild. Typically, you're not gonna find a wolf that rips that rips a deer's head off hunting. No, they're gonna
Get to the
wear it
throat.
down. Right, grab the haunches, then they gonna go for the throat. And once they get locked, hold on the throat, they're not gonna let go. They're gonna suffocate that animal until it dies. Then they will begin to feast. That's what you get out of a Camelot dog in terms of a bite, in terms of a hold, right? On the flip side, your box dogs, man, they are ripping and tearing. You know what I mean? When they lay in, they trying to rip, they trying to destroy that which is there.
They're in combat. They're not hunting. They're in combat.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be a little bit more flighty. You understand what I'm saying? In terms of they're not going to just lock and hold. They'll work that hold as long as it works. But when it's time to let that motherfucker go and work towards a better hold and a better location, that's what that dog is going to do. That's what I mean about ability, right? True box ability. You have to give that to the box bred dogs, like it or not. Now, your Camelot dog, if you put it in the box and it grabs a hold of that box bred dog, depending upon where that hold is at, could be the end of the match. And they are throat dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a heavyweight going in there with a lightweight.
Well, it's not just
Knock
that,
'em out.
right? One of the things that they found in martial arts, right, was that the traditional Chinese and Japanese ways of training were great. But those who actually got into weight lifting and power lifting, like kind of incorporated weightlifting into the program, they invariably dominated their opponents, even at the same weight class. The stronger dog was able to prevail quicker. And that's what you see in the box game today. Dudes is not even really worried about whether or not the dog is game and whether it can go 2 hours and 3 hours.
Nope.
What kind of mouth that dog got? Is it a killer? Will it put a motherfucker down? Right? When that dog bite into that other motherfucking dog, is something gonna break? Is something gonna crunch? And that's where the game really is at today. You know what I mean? They're not really much worried about that game shit. They want to know, is that dog a killer? Will he take the nuts from another dog? Will he start eating his guts out? That's real shit. Most of us don't want dogs that's going through all that. You understand? Yeah. Most of us don't really need all of that in a dog. We need a dog with some common sense. We need a dog with some balance.
Yep. We need a dog with some intelligence, that's just not dumb.
Right. We don't need a dog that's rabid, crazy, willing to just, eat another dog. We need a dog that needs to know that is able to understand when it's time to go and when it's flat out no. Like me and Bo have been on a journey getting to that point. Me calling him off that skunk today was a surprise to me. Like that shit shocked the shit out of me because he has always been like read out. When that motherfucker get going, he's gone. Once he take the first step in that direction, call God. Call whoever you want to call. That nigga not coming back. You call his name. You can wave a fucking fresh turkey in front of his face. He's not coming back. So to see him do that today, bro, I'm going to tip my motherfucking glass to my goddamn self.
Yeah.
Called him off a skunk. I ain't got to bathe no dogs tonight. You heard me? Like real shit.
Look.
It sounds crazy, but when you're getting ready to take dogs into the woods to hunt coyotes, it's important to know that. Because coyotes have a way of luring dogs in deeper into the woods where the whole pack is, and then they'll rat pack your dog. We want the coyote killed on the spot. So at a certain point, we want to be able to call the dog off the coyote if it hasn't already downed the coyote and the coyote's taking it deeper into the woods.
Yeah, coyotes aren't they're not built for that. Depending on where you live, a lot of the coyotes up north, they're a lot bigger than the ones we get down here. But
that's because they've been inbreeding with wolves, man. They've rather crossbreeding with wolves.
Yeah, that's more happening in Europe. But yeah, they definitely are doing that.
It's here. Like it fucked me up. I couldn't even understand it. Because coyotes is one thing. You know what I mean? I got Native American from my grandmother on my mother's side. So I have a certain respect for the coyote. You have to understand, like this is a canine that mankind has attempted to eradicate and hasn't been able to.
No, they're in every state, every continent. They're
right.
They're smart as hell.
So now, what they've been able to do to the wolf, they have not been able to do to the coyote.
Mm-mm.
The problem is the coyote has no real respect for human boundaries.
No.
So a coyote will try to snatch your fucking 2-year-old daughter out of your fucking hands while you walking down, while you walking through a park. They've been known to do that kind of shit. So problem coyotes or areas where coyotes have become a problem, we plan to definitely go into those areas. But as far as just outright hunting coyotes for the sake of it, I'm not into like coyote furs.
Yeah, no.
You understand?
I don't get that. I don't get that either.
Right. That ain't a me. But part of the reasons why I wanted to do this live, y'all, is because I wanted to talk about what's coming for 2022. You know what I mean? Like, what's really next, man? In terms of, let me ask you something, Santana. How many dogs you got right now?
I don't have any dogs right now. I haven't had dogs since 2012, 13.
But you got a real love for this thing, bro.
Of course. Yeah.
Like I find you more dedicated to this shit than dudes that got dogs. Like,
I
so
was
what's your
raised on
plans
this
for,
shit.
like, in terms of having a dog? You plan on getting back into it?
I have for the past 2 or 3 years, but as you know, you and Zulu have touched on, it's the game. Blood, it's not a lot of integrity left in it, so it's very hard. And if I do, it's going to be a lot more research, some deep researching on who and what I choose to go with. But if I do, it's probably going to be some classic OFRN.
Hmm.
And getting a strong
Red's
male.
on the
And
rise, baby. Red's on the rise.
yeah, as far as actually breeding and start my own kennel, probably not, just more for me myself. We used to take our dogs hunting coyotes when I was younger, so probably getting back into that again. Conditioning and training
Let me
dogs.
ask you something. Where you
Definitely for
located,
2020.
bro?
I'm from California, but I live in Nevada right now.
Okay. Okay. So I've been talking to a couple of brothers here on the East Coast, man, and because we don't have hogs, in this area, but it is legal to hunt coyotes with dogs in this area. We're gonna put together a little hunting club. You know what I mean? At any point, bro, if that's something that you feel like, you know what I mean, you want to look into or whatever the case may be, man, you more than invited. And Hotep, bro, like I don't know exactly what direction you plan on taking your program in, but at the end of the day, bro, you're right here in the area where we can definitely get this thing going. I've got a few acres I'm looking at now that I'm going to be personally keeping dogs, and the hunting area is hundreds of acres, and it's adjacent to the property that I'm thinking about picking up. So what I mean, y'all brothers, let me know, man. These are my plans for 2022. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're not gonna only be running Camelot line, original Camelot line dogs. We are gonna be running OFRN. We are gonna be running hunting dogs. We are gonna be running dogs in the field. We're gonna be proving this line. Like that's my whole goal. Um, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Hit me up, let me know.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my dogs in the hog hunting. I know Daryl Thor from Thor Bullies supposed to be moving from Cali out to Arkansas. He's not going to be about 3 hours from me, so I'm going to connect with him, and he's going to show me how to do that.
That's a great transition to go into that's kind of been lost or forgotten for a while now.
Well, honestly,
At least to some people.
I don't say a whole lot about it, but there's a whole network of dudes, man, across Florida, Texas, and Louisiana.
Oh
That
yeah,
still
I know.
got them hog hunters. That still got them original Camelot hog hunters, bro.
Yeah, out east in Pennsylvania and I want to say I don't want to not in Illinois, but I can't exactly remember where he's at. But they still got a lot of that old OFRN that stayed true, mixed with the original Camelot dogs too. But
Right.
they're not really trying to open their yard up. They're not really into social media and all that type of stuff, so it's really kind of hard to get in contact with them. And if you do, it'd be hard getting something off of them, which I don't blame them.
Right. I'll be honest with y'all. I never intended to sell anybody a fucking dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like the only reason why I even opened the idea up is because people were asking. But honestly, I didn't have any intentions of selling a dog before the first 2 or 3 generations.
And that's how it should be.
Right. Like for everybody else, and again, everybody has their own purpose for getting into what they get into. But I really want to see who each and every one of these dogs are as an individual, right? And then be able to step back and look at the line as a whole and understand that there's certain characteristics that automatically come with this fucking line. And that's it. Only time can do that for you, bro. Only time can do that for you. Breeding dogs properly, breeding them to maturity, or bringing them to maturity, breeding them at an age when they can actually stand it. They're ready for it. They're not. I think a lot of people make the mistake of breeding dogs too young.
Or hunting their
The
dogs
young
too young.
dog is all over the place, bro. Like they still
They're
don't know who they are.
they're like people, children. They
settle
mentally
down.
don't. Their
I'm sorry,
mental
go
isn't
ahead.
there. I said they're like raising a child. Their mental isn't. Their mental has to develop as
Right.
well.
Even emotionally, man.
Yeah.
Even emotionally, the slightest thing excites them. You got some young male dogs, man. At the minute you let them out, man, they pissing on themselves. Like it's nothing wrong with the dog. It's just that excitement, that anxiety, and you have to work on that with the dog as it gets older. Now, once that dog gets to maturity, then you breed the dog. You have less of a chance of that trait of anxiety and the dog pissing on itself being bred into the pups.
Well, people don't think about that anymore. They just think about physical and if the dog got drive, but they don't mental. Like, is the dog mentally there? Is the dog mentally stable? You fuck around and put two dogs together, and the offsprings, these dogs are non-tameable. And the
So
only
here we
thing you'll
go.
be able to do is put them dogs on something out in the fucking woods.
But that brings us right back to being a custodian of creation, right? Because if you look at this dog, we talking about like this is an individual completely different from any and every other dog you will ever meet. So when he grows or he or she grows and develops, this is something that is directly a reflection of your interaction with the dog. They say Jeep was on his way to lose his last match. Or I think the match against Homer.
Mm-hmm.
He was about to lose, but it was the handler that pulled him through. The handler never allowed Jeep to actually get to the point where he got down on himself.
Yeah.
Where he felt like he just couldn't win. The handler kept the dog in the match. Do you know what that says about personality, about intelligence, about ability to receive energy and then return energy?
Your dog's an extension of yourself.
Bro.
What you are and what you put out is the dog.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot of shit that's been lost for a long time.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
gonna
say
say
lost, but
right. Everybody
but
ain't lost sight of it. It's just one of them
yeah,
things where
it's
that you
just
got to recognize that it's really it's for every breeder to take upon himself to implement. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't ever account for what the next man is going to do. You just have to know that this is what you're going to do with your program. Because at the end of the day, like, it crushed me to find out that Raina had that in her pedigree.
she
But
had
at
what
the
in her
same
pedigree.
time, does she deserve as a dog to be bred?
It's pretty
That's
far
a
back.
wholly different question, right?
That's another thing. I'll let you finish, but that's another thing. Like, when did shit become watered down? Like, something that was 12, 13 generations back. Like, I understand it, but
It's been bred out. It's been bred out.
for the most part, yeah.
Most of what you are going to get in a litter from that dog is going to be from the previous 4 generations. right? Or just about.
Yep.
Every now and then you will see, a line throw a freak from the past that is just like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's just genetics. Should have skipped
Right.
multiple
Right.
generations.
And that's the cosmic crapshoot. Right? We all got hit with that. Like, how much of my mama did I get? How much of my daddy did I get?
Yeah.
We all get hit with that. So, and then it's about the life of the dog, how it develops with those genetics, what comes out of the dog, just like with any of us. And I think too many of us have gotten used to looking at these dogs as just dogs. Or they dogs. This is how you deal with dogs. And I'm not saying you treat them as human beings, because dogs are completely different creatures in their own right. They have different needs, different desires. People start putting scarves on their dog and think they doing their dog. They think they spoiling their dog. You ain't do
Yeah,
shit
that's
for the dog.
you just made him uncomfortable. It's like, what the fuck?
What you did was some shit for your own ego.
And humanize dogs, man. That's just terrible.
You can't humanize a motherfucking animal, bro. They have certain drives. Every dog will chase something. You understand? If you give a dog something to chase, to go and fetch, 99% of the breeds will go and fetch that motherfucker. So understand that it's just a different animal, B. If I throw something for the fucking baby, the baby ain't gonna go and automatically go and get that shit. The baby gonna look at me like, go get my shit. Different creatures, man. So when I look at what my dogs need and like, like my dogs, they beef with me. If they ain't satisfied with a situation, they gonna let me know. Hey, motherfucker, I need to get out of here. I want some water. I need to, like, this is what my dogs do. And I respect it as them trying to communicate with me. Not that they making noise, not that they disturbing the neighbors, not that they, like
They're trying to
they
let
might
you know
have heard
something.
over my work phone. Fuck that. They trying to tell me something. And as long as dudes begin to look at dogs like that, then you'll always have that ethical breeding. But until you get that, right now the bully game is showing you what it is, bro.
Man, that's a whole nother.
The bully game is showing you, man.
Yeah.
And I hate motherfuckers coming on my channel trying to call my shit bullies.
It always wasn't
I
like that. Them
guarantee
early
you, if you
2000
walk
bullies.
in my yard and call my shit a bully and I let that motherfucker go on you, you will change your mind. And I don't train the dogs to be that way, but at the end of the day, they respond to me.
Yeah.
They respond, bro. And that is something, this is a jewel that most people will never catch, right? Dogs don't listen to the command. Dogs watch
Emotion.
your eyes and anticipate the command. Feel me on that. They watch your bodily language, especially your fucking eyes, bro. And they anticipate the command.
A dog
And you don't hear that on any other channel from any other motherfucking trainer, breeder, whoever, handler. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Pay attention to your dog. That motherfucker's already anticipating what the fuck you think you're about to say.
I saw a study where a dog can recognize the difference between a facial expression on one side of your face from the other.
Woo! I'm invested.
I was like, damn.
I wholly buy in, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We 100,000, 200,000 years ago decided to domesticate wolves and brought them into us. and make our lives easier. And then at
But
some point, we
think
started
about
to
the other
just
side of that coin.
mess with their
What was
genetics.
it about the affinity between man and this particular animal that allowed them to form this synchronous relationship? Because you have to understand that the wolf would never have agreed to the bargain if it did not feel that there was something advantageous in it to its own survival and continued well-being.
It was beneficial to the wolf and the early man.
Right, right. They formed a team, bro.
And that's lived on for 300,000 years to now. It's forever.
Some of us have chosen to take that wolf and create the fucking Pomeranian.
Some down the line, we started genetically or messing with their genetics.
And this again is why I say man is a custodian of creation. Man helps to develop other motherfucking animals. Dogs have the canine species from the wolf has become smarter, more intelligent, more specialized because of man's interaction with it. For
True.
no other reason. That animal would not have evolved in any other fashion except for man's intervention. Understand who you are, and then you'll understand your relationship to these motherfucking animals. Man is a hell of a creature by virtue of his mind. He's the only creature that reaches across space, millions of miles, to harness the energy of a sun upon which he is dependent and then make that sun his servant. Do you understand what I'm saying? Solar energy is the wave of the future. How
Real
else
shit.
did man reach across 93 million miles and make this energy his servant? Only the process of thought can do that, right? The process of light or the speed of light is the fastest thing known in creation, except for the speed of thought. The speed of thought is faster than the speed of light. And I promise you, a dog has no greater drive than to please its master.
Real shit.
This is the shit, man, that, I promise you, bro, it don't, it's not elsewhere. I've looked for it. I've tried to pay attention for it to, get those jewels, get those insights. We always talk about the drive on the pit bull terrier. Man, bro, that dog will stop in its tracks. It will stop in the midst of attempting to breed in order to heed your command and make sure it has incurred your pleasure.
That connection you build with a dog is forever, even after y'all dead. That's for infinity.
Trent said, yeah, if a dog can recognize hand signals, it can recognize other things. Listen, bro. I'm not a professional dog trainer by no means. I really don't get into a whole lot of shit with how long a dog stays and whether or not it has the correct posture and position for its sit and its heel. And I'm not that dude, man. Let that dog be a dog. If I'm walking and that dog is within 10 meters of me, I'm good. Right? We just have to make sure that the rest of the world is good.
Yeah.
Right? We just have to make sure that there's nothing out there that dog is going to take off on. But I'm not that dude that has that Look at my dude, Live Wire Red in the house. Happy New Year, bro. Live life real. That's what's up. I'm not that dude to insist that a dog has to do everything just so, man. I think now you start to take away from the dog and its natural development and tendency and its natural personality. I think you're doing too much.
They take
All of
the
that.
animalistic features away from it. I don't mean animal like some type of unintelligent being, but it's a creature. It's not a robot.
It's primal instincts, man.
Right. It's a thing with me, man, where the dog deserves the right to be a dog, not a human being, not subjected to everything that a human, like we do enough with them, putting them in cages and telling them when they can come out and when they can eat. We do enough of that shit, bro.
Yeah. And when a dog lashes out, you can't blame him for the urges to be free. We have it.
It's automatically dependent upon you. Try to walk away from your dog one day.
You're gonna
Take
be
the
lost.
dog off the leash, take it to an area where there's nobody else around, and just try to walk away from that motherfucker. Try to leave it. Let it get sniffed into something, whatever it's doing, following its nose, and just walk away and see what happens. That motherfucker's gonna track you down by your scent if it can't see you. It's gonna put its nose to the ground and track you down. It's gonna put its nose in the air and follow your scent everywhere. If you retrace your steps, if you do a loop-de-loop, go left and come back right, that dog is gonna follow the exact same motherfucking trail. And if all is lost, if it absolutely cannot find you, by the time you get home, you will find that dog on your fucking doorstep. So why do we need to heal every fucking minute? Why do we need to sit just so? Why do we say this is a sloppy sit and this is a correct sit? That's male ego. That's human ego. That has nothing to do with the development of the dog or the well-being of the dog. This is the shit we get into as human beings, trying to, as y'all said, humanize the dogs, man.
Or exert our dominance or our power over something.
Want complete control over them.
Can't have control over everything else in life, but maybe I can have control over my dog and tell him what to do.
And display it to the world on that TV.
Right. Right. There's certain things that I do to train my dogs to ensure their obedience and to ensure that they know in a given situation, I mean what the fuck I say. If I tell you to bring your ass here, bring your ass here. Right? Like, and it doesn't always have to be harsh to the dog, right? I have a certain way of coaxing the dog so that immediately the dog knows, stop what you're doing, turn around and come. But it took me a very long time to get that. And I don't do treats. I find that treats actually handicap a dog. All
True.
of the traditional and conventional, training and philosophy on dog training, I don't find it really works for me. If I've got 3 or 4 dogs and I need them to respond to me individually and as a group, well then, hot damn, I need a program that satisfies that. And what you get in modern day dog training is not that. They want you to tell the dog that it's always great, that it's always good, that it's always doing the perfect thing. No. God damn it, nigga, if you run up on that little Pomeranian and try to kill it, that's not the right thing. Right? That little motherfucker ain't showing no aggression towards us. It's not threatening us. It's not a threat to us. So we don't need to be concerned with that. but there's a car barreling down the street. I need you to pay attention to that shit. And these are the reasons why we put our dogs on certain commands and, say, hey, listen, because it will save the life of the dog, not because it aggrandizes our ego.
For their own protection.
Exactly. There are people out here who absolutely hate pit bulls. If they had a chance to run your fucking dog over, they would gladly do so.
Yeah, run it over, shoot it.
Motherfuckers nowadays wouldn't even know what a real pit bull is if it came up and pissed on them.
Real shit. Real shit. I had a supervisor, bro, on my job whose child was mauled by neighbors, bully / pit bull.
And that's usually what they are.
Could never really figure out exactly what the fuck the dog was, but my problem was if they were neighbors, she was sending her child to the neighbor's house for a birthday party. So that tells me there was previous interaction there. This ain't nothing brand new.
Mm-hmm.
If that dog had intentions on attacking that fucking child, somebody in the house should have seen that and should have known that.
But they don't. People don't read and pick up on.
You have a dog and you have children, right? Because their children was attending the birthday party too. It was their birthday party. This little kid is coming up to celebrate their birthday party. So you've got children. You know how the fuck this dog acts, man. Why is it acting this way towards this particular child? And how the fuck come nobody caught that?
They don't pay attention. They're not connected with their dog.
But can you imagine what my relationship was with that supervisor when she found out I had 3 motherfucking huge ass pits? I couldn't do nothing right.
Educating shit. That's not.
Well,
it's unfortunate.
She's not trying to hear that. Her kid got mauled, bro.
Oh, it was her child?
The fucking doorbell, and the fucking dog just grabbed his fucking face and mauled the kid, yo.
Oh yeah, that's different. I didn't know it was her child. Okay. Yeah, still.
Yeah, it was her kid. She sent her kid to a neighbor's house for a birthday party and the neighbor's fucking dog, despite the fact that the neighbor had kids. That neighbor's dog just mauled her fucking kid. And I did my best to try to, find out what happened, bro. What happened? What really happened? Because I know dogs better than that, man. And it's not just an automatic.
The child probably did something, man.
Hello. Hello.
The people don't watch their kids around dogs.
Mistreat those other kids at some point.
Was
your child in there doing some crazy shit to them other kids that the dog didn't take a liking to?
And didn't like that shit at all. So next time when he's seen you, I don't care if you're a child. You're
right.
a problem.
You're not gonna hurt nobody in here. But you can't explain that to people.
Nope.
Because they think about it from a human perspective. Again, as you brother said, they constantly fucking humanize these dogs. People, I really don't even respond to their comments or nothing when they start talking about pitties. Oh, my pitties.
Okay.
Bro.
And then you click on their page and they got a fucking bunch of Pomeranians and all types of other shit. Okay. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. You got it.
Not here. Not here.
You can't even argue with those type of people.
Right. Let's tell the truth. These people think that, pit bulls being cute and wholesome. Yes. For the first year, maybe year and a half. Some dogs, even up to 2 to 3 years. Watch his ass. Watch her ass.
But what the dog was created and bred for is always going to come out.
Right.
It's always going to come out.
Genetics, you don't know when and where, what set of circumstances is going to trigger that shit. and the dog is designed to be protective. One thing I've noticed about the American Pit Bull Terrier is that if you raise it on a chain, it's going to be aggressive to damn near whatever approaches it. If you raise it in a house, it's going to be aggressive, not necessarily aggressive, but protective of everything within that house and a household. It's going to develop a pack mentality for an animal that really has an exclusive alpha mentality.
Dogs are territorial, man. They don't protect their territory.
The thing about pit bulls is the pack mentality was essentially bred out of them.
I was just gonna say that you never let a
They're
pack
not
of pit
pack
bulls out on
animals.
a lot at all.
Right. So you're asking for a lot. And you'll find that the most successful packs are those packs that are started because a male and a female came together and produced some young. And that became the pack.
Yep. That's how I raised mine.
Real shit. I don't allow Solo and Bull out together at all. Solo is not Bull's. And although Bull tolerates him now, and
He
Solo
knows
is
that.
very deferring to the adults right now, that's not going to be forever.
Nope. At a certain age, he gonna start smelling himself, and he gonna think that maybe I don't gotta listen to this nigga no more.
Listen,
And I might be able to take him.
automatically, this is why I don't even subject him to having to listen to Bull.
Mm-hmm.
They will both listen to me, period. One alpha. I really dispense with that whole chain of command shit. You can defer as a pup to the adults because they do have something to teach you. But once you're an adult, ain't no motherfucking chain of command except mine. For you do anything, think anything, you better look at me first. And I insist on that because they are so quick and so devastating. It's like I saw Bull, like the only time I've ever seen him literally like walk away from a flirt pole. Not even walk away, but turn his back on a motherfucking spring pole it was. Right? There was a dog barking in the background, yapping at him because they wanted the spring pole. The only time I've seen him actually turn from work and attack another fucking dog was on that day.
There's one of the dogs on your yard?
Yeah. Yeah, that motherfucker, it was a star bitch after that incident. That bitch was yapping. He was on a spring pole and he just got tired of it, man. He turned around and she was chained up. She was on a chain, good distance away. Man, that nigga, he snatched that bitch. I said, oh, Lord. Understand with these Camelot dogs, you don't have no time to go run for a break stick. If that shit ain't on your hip, don't take the time to go and get one. Separate the dogs immediately. Unless you want to bury a dog.
Or both of them.
Right. They different, yo. They different.
Because they would take that shit to the grave.
Like Bull, if I was to look at his teeth, he don't have the biggest teeth. He don't got the sharpest motherfucking cutters. But when you talk about a dog that can close his mouth, man, listen. I actually let that dog bite me one day. And I was so very grateful that I was able to get him to let me go.
You have a sleeve on?
No.
Oh.
He was in the middle of fighting with my female dog.
Yeah.
And the only way I could really get to call him off, because I had somebody else trying to restrain him and they were scared of him. So they couldn't really do what needed to be done. So I had to literally step in between the two dogs and offer him my hand. He grabbed the meaty part of my thumb. And I got down on both knees and looked at him, and I did, very calm, no screaming, no yelling, no nothing. Leave it. Let it go. It's okay. All right. Enough. And he let my shit go. But Lord, my shit still ain't right to this day. So when I say certain shit about these dogs and I push certain shit, I'm not sitting there talking about, what my breeder told me, because my breeder didn't tell me
Tell
shit.
you shit at all. You had to learn this shit firsthand. Shit that should have been told to you, or shit that they probably didn't even know themselves.
Right. When I got at my dude about Star, he said, listen, I only know Star for having one incident over a piece of chicken with another female. And she didn't come to me with a whole bunch of scars. She had one little scar on, like, near her nose. That was it. So I have every reason to believe what he was saying, but I'm just wondering, like, at what point did you not recognize the dog had this in it? Right? Because I walk solo every day. He hasn't shown any dog aggression. But today when I walked him, this motherfucker, like, he was leaning towards another dog in a way where I couldn't pull him away. I had to just stop and hold him and let them people walk by. So I'm seeing this in the dog. He's developing. He's getting to that point where, yeah, he's a little bit more than interested in another dog. And to me, that's where people fall short. They're not paying attention. They're not respecting the dog's development and intelligence. Like, this dog is changing every day right before your very fucking eyes. You think
And
it's
you
only
don't see
changing
that shit?
physically? Right. The dog is not just changing physically. It's not just growing taller and growing stronger and growing faster. The dog is growing sharper, making more sense of its environment, growing confidence, what it can go after and what it can't, what's dangerous, what's not.
These dogs be problem solving, man.
Say that again?
But these dogs be problem solving. I know mine do.
Bro, I got a
Man, I
cage
had-
in here that I'm going to literally have to figure out some way to weld together. Because Raina done, like, fuck this thing up, bro. She's breaking
to
out of
get
this motherfucker. And I'm watching her do it every day.
one of them industrial cages, but a couple years ago I had a dog climb a tree to get into the backyard to get to another dog.
Yeah.
I walked back
yeah.
to see what the fuck my dog is at, and he going at it with another dog in the neighbor's yard. Had to hop that bitch and get to this nigga.
Let me tell you how smart Bull is, right? One day, some fucking cats managed to make their way into my fucking yard. And I was, the dogs were off leash. They were working in the yard. And they went after the fucking cats. The cats snuck under the fence, ran back into the neighbor's yard that they came from. Bull, and his motherfucking strong ass, broke through the fucking and this, we talking about a chain wire fence.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks through the fucking chain wire fence, and whatever the fucking cat snuck through, he blew that shit wide open and ran after the motherfucker in the neighbor's yard. Now I'm panicking. I'm scared to death because I know these motherfuckers gonna call the police. Oh my God, it's about to be some shit. Not only am I gonna lose my dog, my black ass might go to jail, right? So I'm screaming at this nigga at the top of my lungs. Motherfucker, get your ass back in this yard. Boom, cut. And it wasn't just him. My female was also gone. But she, as opposed to going through the fence, ran outside the yard, ran around the fucking block to get to these cats. Bro, I'm yelling, I'm screaming. He's looking, but I'm not really feeling like he's giving me the response I want. So I go running around to the neighbor's yard to go get his ass. By the time I got to the neighbor's yard, guess where the fuck he was?
He already had that.
He was sitting in my went right back through that same fucking fence, sitting in my fucking yard. And I'm looking like, oh shit. Not only is he smarter than I thought, but he he gets it. And an intelligent dog and a dog that has true understanding are two different things. He gets it. This is the only dog I've ever seen that instead of chasing prey directly, he headed the prey off to where it was going to head to its natural burrow. One dog went and chased the prey in the field.
The other dog is over there waiting.
I'm going to head the motherfucker off because I already know where it's going. That put me flat on my back. I said, I wouldn't give a fuck if this motherfucker, dropped dead today. I'm going to find a way to breed his ass. But that type of IQ tells you a lot about what you're breeding, bro. Tells you a lot.
I got a 10-month-old Houdini over here. I got a chain on the kennel.
Wow. Antoine Portier said, tuning in from the Bahamas. Happy New Year's. Keep up the good work.
Happy New Year.
That's peace. Happy New Year, Antoine Portier. On some real shit.
I'm still in 2021. I'm still in 2021, dude.
It's natural, bro. It takes a while. Man.
I am still in 2021. I'll be there in another hour.
Power, aka Happy New Year to the peoples, aka Gamed Up Kennels. Happy New Year, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, like this time thing, like if you think about this pandemic shit, it has made time go by in a snap of a finger, bro.
Yeah.
Time has flown by. Like it's like, damn, this shit been going on for 2 years now? More. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, man. But it's just really paying attention to the dog. And I'm not sure where I heard it first, but I heard it somewhere, man, that you don't need to train dogs. You need to train people.
Yep.
Because dogs are already who they are. They already are what they are.
And that's set in stone.
Man. Say it again.
I said, and that's set in stone.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like they are what they are, man. Now you get some dogs that display certain tendencies over others, but at the end of the day, it's really for us to pay attention to them and understand how they communicate.
Spell dog backwards. What you get?
God.
Honestly, anything you do with in life, right? It makes sense to take that approach. See how that thing works. See how that thing communicates, man. Before you start trying to order it around and send it to do this and send it to do that and make it do this and make it do that. Mm-hmm. You look at all these joints where they tried to take animals and introduce them into other habitats to change this condition or change that condition. Now the animal that they introduce is a pest and is overrunning the shit. I think they did some shit like that with snakes down in Louisiana or in the Florida Everglades somewhere or some shit.
Yeah, I think it was like the zoo, a tornado or something. It came and knocked them out, and they just completely just went crazy. And now the natural food and all the shit that the natural snakes in, it's all gone.
Right.
Got a whole bunch
like
species, yo, a whole bunch of them. That's why they're able to kill iguanas like nothing. They ain't got no law against it. Go ahead and kill them.
Well, the iguanas are the coyotes of the South, of the tropics, I'll say. You understand what I'm saying? Like The motherfuckers, the way they breed and the way they multiply, good luck. Good luck trying to kill them motherfuckers off. You better hope they don't never get to your size. You're gonna be living in a real life Godzilla movie. That sounds like some crazy shit, man. But is it really that far fetched?
No, because we're still in evolution.
Right.
We are still in evolution.
Chameleons can still change to whatever the fuck they around in a heartbeat. It is some shit, man, that life is constantly developing. It's constantly taking shape. It's constantly taking form. And again, man has the unique position in creation of being a custodian of creation. It really is up to us to help develop and evolve creation. Other creatures. These dogs didn't become smarter at things like scent tracking and going to fetch things and return things and you know, all of that kind of shit, knowing what's a danger to us as opposed to what's a danger to them in their world. Like, they didn't learn all of that shit by staying still from an evolutionary standpoint mentally. They learn that shit because they're constantly evolving. Their mental is evolving. It's expanding. It's taking in more information. So the breed, as you interact, will never be the same again. And that's the way your line should be. That line should never be the same again after you lay your hands and your energy and your soul into it. People see my interaction with Bull on a yard that day, and they judge that situation, you know, as if, you know, like it was pure animal abuse. No, that was a dog I'd worked with for the better part of 7 or 8 months. That was a dog that had flat out said, hey, today I'm taking you on. What's it gonna be? And if you don't understand that in the language of a dog, then you're going to run into problems that you can't control. The dog is going to run away with you. The Camelot dog, this disposition or this characteristics that the dog has is a very headstrong dog, yo. Very headstrong. If you've ever had a strong-willed child, you might have a clue as to what I'm talking about.
Yep.
This is not your average treat and train kind of dog. You got to develop a relationship, an eye-to-eye relationship. You know, get down eye-to-eye level and communicate with this dog and let them know, okay, this is what I expect from you. If you expect to train this dog without pure brutality, if you're trying to, you know, use pure force to train these dogs, you're going to ruin them.
He may listen, but he's for sure not going to respect you.
Not only that, he's going to lose his own self-respect. He's not going to live up to his potential. He's going to live in fear. And you don't ever want the dogs to have a sense of fear. Respect, understanding, borders, but not fear. And we, especially as Black folk, the way we came up, you know, our parents ain't tolerate shit, you know. So,
At all.
you know, that translates into the way we train dogs sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, motherfucker, go sit your ass down. Then I tell you don't. And it took a lot for me to like actually teach my dogs, don't jump on me without yelling at them. But get the fuck off me. Because the dog is always on the floor. right? It's always laying around or got its paws on the floor. You don't want that on your clothes. You don't want to walk around looking like that. But at the end of the day, the dog wants to show you his affection. He wants to come as close to your face as he possibly can. That's natural for them. To lick you, to kiss you, to do all of that, like that's from a puppy. From a puppy, they seek the mouth of the one that they subjugate themselves to, the one that's feeding them. That's how they know that they're getting approval. And most people don't understand that about the dog. The dog is not jumping on you to be aggressive or to knock you down and all of that. The dog is jumping because out of love and affection. So you don't chastise the dog, but you do explain it or teach the dog that you don't do this. Because to a small child, this can be scary. But again, people just don't really take the dog itself into account. What is the dog trying to communicate by this behavior? Why is the dog doing this? And if you take the time to try to get into the dog's mind a little bit, you'll find that you get along with your dogs a little bit better. You're better able to train them. You're better able to not even train them. I don't really like that word, but you're better able to cooperate with them. You find that y'all make a better team.
Yeah.
All this talk about training a dog and dog obedience and this, that, and the third. I suppose there's a place for it. But to me, that's a more impersonal relationship. You're going to do this with every dog regardless. This is the cookie cutter formula, and this is how you train dogs. Well, I got a little different dog here. This dog do things a little bit different. Sees things a little. This dog is a little bit more intelligent. This dog can sense things that sometimes other people can't. How do I treat that dog in some cookie cutter fashion? That's impossible.
Impossible. You can't. These dogs didn't come out on a production line.
Exactly. If you have 3 children, one does a little bit better in school than the others. One does not so good in school as compared to the others. Do you teach them that they are less than equals? Do you favor one over the other? How do you know that the one that's not good in school is not the world's savior in terms of poetry or art or whatever it may be? You have to develop that particular individual according to its strengths. Help it shore up its weaknesses, but you develop it according to its strengths without trying to say, hey, as this type of dog, you should do this and this, as a dog, I expect you this, that. Like, to me, that's almost killing the dog, killing the spirit in the dog, if you will. So I'm not the biggest dude on that strict obedience training. With Solo, because of his size and his strength, and he's very new to it all, I do drill him. But I've never been a fan of just drilling the dogs, right? I train them according to need and according to circumstance. This is what you need to know in this set of circumstances. This is what I expect of you. Because that's how they learn. They're going to go through those circumstances and experiences every day. So they need to know what it is you're communicating, as opposed to, I'm getting jerked by my neck. Let me just follow where this shit is dragging. And that's us, man. We expect dogs to speak English and to read our minds. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen people like that, yo? I know
Yeah,
I
that
was
shit
like that
is.
when I first started out. I thought dogs were supposed to be able to read my mind and speak English. They understood what I was saying.
That shit's always kind of threw me a loop. I don't know how they.
My first dog was a husky, bro. And that dog taught me more about communicating with dogs than, you know, like I never trained that dog. That dog trained me. She used to shit and piss in the house, and I was like 16, so it was my job to clean up after the dog and discipline the dog and teach the dog not to do it. And all this. Man, the bitch just got smart. She started hiding it behind the bar and under couches. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They literally told me you're supposed to beat the dog and shove his nose in it. Shove his nose in it, beat the dog, and then take it out. Like, nigga, you can't teach a dog no shit like that at all.
What is that
If you
song?
ever want to house train a motherfucking dog, put it around two adult dogs that are house trained. Put
And
it
they're
in the
gonna teach
cage
them
by
everything.
itself. Right. Put it in the cage by itself and let it see that don't nobody else live in this filth but it. I guarantee you, you won't listen. Unless that dog is sick, you will never have a problem with that dog going to the bathroom in the wrong place. Because they don't like to live in their own filth. It's their own development. It's their own natural tendency. They don't want to piss in their cage. They don't want to shit in their cage, or even in their living area. If I let my dogs go off leash, they'll go about 50 fucking feet away from me to do their business. They don't want it nowhere around. Pay attention to that. Because that tells you a lot when you're housebreaking a dog. You don't have to beat the dog with newspaper. You don't have to shove his nose in it. It don't want it there no more than you do. Right? But if you listen to traditional fucking or conventional teaching regarding this kind of shit, you'll be whacking your dog with a fucking rolled up newspaper for nothing.
Yeah, that's always kind of blew mind how people would. How do you come up with this fucking way of trying to train every dog? This one set in stone way, or different variations of variants of how to train.
You have to understand the difference in the mentality. There's a difference in cultures, honestly. One culture insists on mass production. Everything must be streamlined and efficient and operate in a certain way, devoid of any real feeling, emotion, or intuition involved. Another culture looks and says, hey, everything is intuitive. You can know a thing without understanding why you know it and act on that and be perfectly right. I don't always have to know why 2 + 2 = 4. If my soul, in my gut, I know that 2 + 2 is 4 and it equals 4, I don't have to go back and really try to figure out why it works. And you do have that difference in cultures, man. Cultures that come from the eastern part of the world, they're more intuitive. Cultures that come from the western part of the world, they're more rational and logically deductive. They want to pick shit apart. I'll give you a perfect example. The Chinese, right? They've always had gunpowder. They've had black powder for thousands of years. They never created a
A
bullet
fucking gun.
or a gun. Right.
Until that shit got into the hands of the Westerners, they figured out how to weaponize that shit.
Exactly. You see the difference in the mentalities. Now let's talk about what the Chinese did use gunpowder for, or black powder. The black powder was used in their New Year's celebrations, right? Or in their celebrations period. And it was really a reflection of the fact that on a much deeper level, the human brain fires off nitrogen in order to process thought. Everything that is born, everything that is new, everything that is brought into existence through the power of thought, there is a series of miniature explosions that take place in your brain. Even in the course of us having this conversation, millions and millions and millions of neurons are firing off using nitrogen to propel these messages. There are millions of explosions going on right now. And that's what the Chinese New Year was designed to celebrate. That's what they used the black powder for. To intimate this very, very deep truth about reality itself. If you think about the atom is definitely the unit of life, right? How did this culture take the atom and create a bomb out of it that could destroy all life?
Adam and Eve.
You see the complete opposites. And so this is what you have to understand. And it sounds crazy, but it translates right down into how you treat your dogs, your family, whatever. There's a different mentality at stake. You see it in this pandemic shit. You see it in you know, how businesses and corporations and governments choose to deal with this pandemic. This shit is very serious, bro. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna really, get into some gloom and doom shit, but the mentality that you select or that you use when you approach what you're doing makes all the difference in the world. It starts out with intention from the human being. The human being is truly a custodian, an evolver, a builder of creation. You have a part to play in the evolution of other species. So when you do this dog thing, understand what you're working with first. And if I made any mistake when I first got into these Camelot dogs, it was not understanding what I was dealing with. Take the time to investigate, and investigate on the terms that nature presents, not on what man is concocted and devised as being correct and scientific. Man is full of shit. Man is full of ego. Creation is the best teacher. There's never been a scripture written that was greater than the lessons that nature teaches. And with that, bro, I'm gonna say it's been real. I'm gonna sign up. I got a date with the rest of this bottle. Oh man, I want to appreciate y'all, man, for hanging out this late, man. It's definitely been real, man. We started this at 11 o'clock. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Man, I'm still in 2021.
Oh man, where you located, bro?
I'm out in Nevada right now.
That's right. You still West Coast, so you ain't even, man. You ain't even started celebrating yet, bro.
Nope, not yet. Got
You
another
got
30
enough
minutes.
casinos where it's popping out there, bro.
Oh yeah, it's active 24/7.
It's bothering me, man. My sister invited me out to Vegas for her birthday next year,
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to go, but I don't want to take that fucking shot to go.
Oh,
Right. So I might have to rent me an RV or something, and I'm driving to Vegas. Like, I'm not fucking with these people in that shot, man.
nuh-uh.
They don't know what it
Shit,
is,
I feel
bro.
it at all. They
Yeah.
just giving people shit. Really
Yeah.
looking, they're just giving people. They bought that before they even knew what they had on their hands.
So here it is. Now you got people that have the shot and they're still getting sick.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, I think he's feeling like he coming down. He already
Yeah,
been
man.
vaccinated and shit.
I walk them dogs through the boneyard every day, bro. There's an uptick. There's an uptick, man, and bodies going in the ground. It's something I can't escape. It's right in my face. So when I look at, like, what are you really offering people? You ain't really offered no solution. You haven't even offered a decent answer at this point, more or less a solution. So I'm not, make sure the dogs can catch, kill, and eat, man.
Yeah, that's priority.
Thanks.
Yeah. And Hotep, bro, like I was saying earlier, we putting together a little collective up here where we trying to get some land. We're gonna hunt these Camelot dogs. We're gonna prove this line out.
Yeah.
I was sharing with one of my breeders earlier that I feel like even the Camelot line is going towards more show dogs than anything. It's been a while since we had dogs that were proven and showing that Pump 17 said y'all stay safe. Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you being on tonight, beloved.
Yeah,
You be rocking out with a brother, man. You've been doing it for a long time, man. Like, I salute that, man. Because there's only a few of us that really understand this thing, man. It's only a few of us. But with that said, yeah, Hotep, we're gonna definitely be forming a little collective up this way, man, to take these dogs out, let them get their hunting. And I honestly believe that is the activity that keeps the dog structurally sound.
Yeah.
When the dogs are actually working and doing what they were bred to do, they are naturally stronger. And when you go to breed those dogs, you know that these dogs are performance grade dogs, right? Like, and that's, I can't say how important that is to me. I need to have performance grade dogs. If it's not a performance grade dog, I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm not going to feed it. I'm not going to breed it. That's my standard. The dog don't have to be the most athletic dog, but it should be able to move and it should be able to handle itself in one-on-one combat.
Yeah. I agree.
We're not talking about, and to all my tree hugging friends, we're not talking about dog fighting. There's nothing illegal that we are talking about. All right, this channel is not about dog fighting or any of that other stuff. All right, we don't condone any illegals. Yeah, that stuff.
Disclaimer.
But we're just saying that these dogs were initially bred for hunting purposes, and we would like to see that is preserved, so we can consider ourselves a breed preservation society. How that sound? But yeah, with that said, Hotep, you got anything you want to drop, bro, before we call it a night? Santana, yo, let it fly.
Oh man, just want to tell everybody I appreciate anybody that's still tuned in, watching. Anybody watching playback, you can check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Hotep Kennels.
Give me a name of a stud and a brood bitch you got on deck right now, Hotep.
Are you talking about upcoming breedings?
Yeah, what you got planned for 2022?
Shoot, I'm gonna be raising these dogs for 2022. I got some more breeders from Chiba who got 14 pups on the ground right now that she whelping.
Woo!
Yeah, she got 14 on Christmas Day.
Wow, that's a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But listen, bro, if you want to send me that information, we could definitely, you know what I mean? Like I said, we are definitely gonna be doing breeder specials, you know what I mean? Breeder lives where I basically highlight a particular breeder. The floor is yours, you know, the stage is all yours. So send me that information and we could definitely put it on for you, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got you. I respect your journey. And I think that's not real enough today amongst us. You know what I mean? Like you went through some shit, you going through some shit, and you gonna do some shit to make sure that what you intended comes out the way it was intended. And that to me is like I salute that all day. And I'm gonna leave that all day.
Yeah, beautiful thing.
Talk to me, Santana. What we got coming up, bro?
Man, shit, 2020. Hopefully, I can get my hands on some good dogs.
No, bro.
And
bro. See, you just told me you was stuck in 2021. Now you talking about 2020.
2022. You know what I meant, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
22, bro. 22.
I'm going back in time. My fault.
So right, bro. You said you got an
Yeah,
old
but-
soul
the
connected to
next
the
year,
past.
yeah. Not 2020. That wasn't the best year. But definitely next year coming up, trying to definitely slowly get my way back into it. Looking for good quality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no substitute for it, bro. You know, whatever Raina's pedigree might show, my hat's off to every breeder who bred those dogs since then, because they definitely made it a point to wean that other shit out and produce good, solid, durable dogs, good wind, good energy, good power, good speed, good athleticism, good temperament. You understand? Like Raina's a fucking excellent fucking dog. I love that bitch. I don't mind saying that. Like, she gets a certain preferential treatment, not only because females are more diehard. If y'all look at what happened in that video with Star, that's because Star was a stone cold trooper. Raina's the same way. Like when I tell you Raina is on your hip and out front, you don't ever have to worry about anything of danger getting between you and this dog.
Yeah.
Like she's out front with it. Inquisitive Jen said he got here late. Yes. My apologies, beloved. It's about a wrap here. But so I say that to say that so far, from what I've seen, that's a trait that you can count on in Camelot females. When I say die hard, I mean these bitches is ride or die. Like they don't care, bro. It's in the dark. They don't know what it is. Like she tried to attack a car driving up in the dark. And if I didn't hold her, and we all know the difference between when a dog is, you know, just making noise and when the dog wants to be let the fuck go, when the dog is dragging you towards what it's trying to get at. This was a car, bro. This was before anybody got out of the car. So that type of, you know, those traits and characteristics as fine as the line you draw may be,
Mhm.
that's what you're looking for when you say, yeah, this is something I need to breed. This is something I want to keep. So despite what she has in a pedigree, we are going to breed her, but she's going to have her own little line because they're going to have to be registered as what they are. I'm going to consult with her breeder about how her parents are registered because, it also affects his business as well. And I got to
Yeah.
respect that. You know what I mean? But she does have the Eddington stuff in her background. Technically, that would be band dog, working pit bull dog, whereas both of her parents are registered American Pit Bull Terrier. So I want y'all to know I'm not on no bullshit. It's just I gotta respect that man's work as well as her future. Cause she's a hell of a dog. I love that bitch. I'm sorry. I love that bitch. But with that said, y'all, let's get on out of here, man. Happy New Year's to y'all, man.
20 more minutes.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. What you say, Santana?
I said 20 more minutes, man.
21 more minutes.
20 more minutes.
You know what,
man.
bro? I'm gonna hang out with you, bro. I'm gonna hang out
20
with
more
you
minutes, man.
because it's real like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that shit. He's still in 2021 over here, man.
Inquisitive Jen said can't be registered as working bulldog.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because how far back is that?
It's in her 8th generation. So she can be registered working pit bulldog. Understand that like it's already in her parents' pedigree, right? In her father's pedigree. So he should have been registered that way, technically speaking.
In his pedigree, is it heavy? Or is it
No,
also water? It's also
no.
watered down in his pedigree too.
Yeah, it's watered down in his shit.
Then
So his mother, I think, has it in her 7th generation, 6th generation, some shit like that.
that's like what, 16 generations back?
Right. And that's just, from her, from that sliver. So I'm not really worried about it in terms of like it didn't produce a bad dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call her a band dog, to be honest. It's so diluted at this point. Like people that actually breed and create band dog programs would probably take offense to that.
Listen, honestly, I love band dogs. And
Yeah,
this is from an experience I had in the past with an Eli male bred to a bull mastiff. And one of the dogs off of that litter was a son named Davo. Davo was this big black pit bull looking dog, but his size, he was a big dog. And his head was like when he came, like when you walked in the house, he loved you to death, but he would just come and put his head in your lap. And when he put his head in your lap, it covered your whole lap. Like you could no longer see your thighs. But at 11 months, I watched him get 3 dogged. And when I say 3 dogged, it was a 7-year-old dog, an 11-month-old dog, and a 6-month-old dog. All pure American Pit Bull Terriers. He went down underneath that cloud of 3 dogs, and he came up with the 7-year-old in his mouth, her whole chest. And this was a bitch that had a career of putting dogs to rest. He had her whole chest in his mouth, and the way he was shaking her basically threw off the 2 pups at 11 and 6 months old. We grabbed hold of them, and he proceeded to shake that 7-year-old bitch across the fucking yard. There was an abandoned car like parked in the driveway, and he got to banging that bitch up against the yard. Needless to say, by the time it was over, she was retired. Like it was done. Like she would never taste action again. The work that boy put in at 11 months was ridiculous. So I know what a band dog can do. He never made a bad sign after being hit by 3 fucking dogs, bro. I watched it with my own eyes. And those pups was hot. They wasn't playing with his ass. And he didn't pay their ass no mind. He grabbed hold of the one true threat and he put that shit to rest immediately. So a band dog is nothing to play with in the box. If you ask me, Joe Corvino's Braddock, 15-time winner. We talking about a triple grand champion. If you look at his jaws, there's mastiff there. I believe that was a fucking band dog.
Yeah, definitely.
Real shit.
Joe Corvino
Go
at
back
one time
and do
started.
APBT online. Corvino's Braddock. BRADDOCK. 15-time winner, some shit, man. This fucking dog, man, and when I look in his fucking face, I'm like, you gonna tell me that's not a mastiff? Nice brindle, like, but at the end of the day, I've seen it happen, bro. I've seen it happen. Davo was a monster, man. That boy would run till his paws were raw and then come back out and do it again the next day. No whimpering, no whining, paws bloody. And he would do it again. And he's pulling the bike. He's not running alongside the bike. He's pulling the bike. You ain't pedaling. You along for the ride, bro. Dogs are not to be played with. But listen, man. Listen, I'm going too deep, man. I'm gone, bro.
That's good.
Matter of fact, we said we hanging out, man, till you come in, right?
11 more minutes, man.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. Fuck that. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me go fill my glass. I'm gonna be right back. Listen, man. I could have did 1,000,001 things with this New Year's, man. I appreciate having this red to spend with y'all, bro. Real shit.
Appreciate that.
Hotep, let me ask you something, bro. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
What is it you insist on in your breeding program?
What do I insist on?
Insist on. Like if a dog ain't got this, or if a dog, is not to this standard, then absolutely this dog cannot be bred.
Can't be bred. Okay.
I don't tolerate aggression towards other dogs or people. So no DA, no HA.
Okay.
Now towards animals, that's a different story. They can have prey drive, no dog aggression or animal or human aggression.
Okay.
Got my program quick.
So hogs, raccoons, possums, all good.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna be attacking no other dogs that we got in the kennel.
Nope. That's a liability.
Yes, I respect that. Respect that.
That's what happened. That, the truth be told, that's what happened. That was part of my decision when it came to that little man and Sheba breeding. Her last breeding, those 3 pups that she had, every single last one of them had same sex aggression, just like the father, and I got rid of the father too.
Wow.
Like that body that I buried, them puppies I buried in the backyard, it was because of the pups from that litter.
Ouch. Damn, bro.
They was like what, 5 months old? They was only a week apart.
Listen.
And the puppies from the older
Can we do something for a minute?
Smaller than the other one.
Let me give these people a snapshot of that moment. You understand what I'm saying? That decision to have to do some shit like that. Because I don't think people get it, bro. I think people think this game is all sexy.
Shit.
When you made that decision, let's start with the numbers, man. What did the numbers look like? How much money did that actually cost you?
Shit, thousands of dollars, man. Thousands of dollars.
Listen, y'all.
And
I know, man, like thousands of people are gonna hear this video long after we're done. But understand this, yo. Thousands of dollars. That man had to make a heck of a decision. Go ahead, Hotep.
Yeah, man, that was a tough one, but it's a real one. You know, because that could be a future. I put that in my program, man. These dogs are gonna be sent off to other people, and they're gonna have to deal with that. I know what I went through with it.
Hold on. Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah, it wasn't just traumatizing for me. My niece was here when all that was going down. She had to see them puppies all mauled up and bloody.
Ooh.
With the holes, like a gunshot wound in their arm. It was that bad to the bone. Like it was no. She had to be.
What happened? What happened? What left the pups in that condition? Did the mother turn on them?
No. These pups was in the same pen together. That outdoor elevated puppy pen I got in the backyard, they was in there together. And when we are either, you know, let's say the situation one time was Alvin Ra, my male, he was getting corrected by my wife. And she was telling him, go in the house, right? The pups in the back got riled up. And when they get riled up, their attention is in the direction of us. And they're all climbing up on the cage trying to get position and fighting over it that way. And the pups in that litter are dominant. The male hadn't shown the dominance until later.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me stop you right there. So you're saying that when you approach the cage, that's what triggered their reaction?
Well, yeah, what triggers it is being inside of an enclosure, fighting for dominance, for attention, basically, yes. They want to see what's going on. They want to get to what's going on. They're fighting for position.
Because they want to do what? They want to get to you, right?
Correct.
They want your touch. They want to be acknowledged by you. They want to do what? They want to please you.
Correct.
You see where I'm going with that?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead, beloved.
Yeah, so they fighting over position, and the females in that litter, they mauled the pups, the female pups in the other litter for position. So the first time was between Makeda and the other black pup that I wound up having to take to the vet overnight, and she had to get sutures and all these wounds stitched up because she was mauled all over her arms. Part of that is shown on the video where she could see the lacerations in her arm. The other time was the fawn pup with the black mask got on one of the red females from the other litter and mauled her so bad that it looked like a gunshot wound inside of her arm because you could see all the way down to the bone.
Oh,
and I had to rush her to the emergency vet, and the emergency vet said there was nothing they could do about that.
Yeah, that's a wrap, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And the emergency vet was an hour away. It was an hour
to the
away.
bone. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Nerves and everything.
Yeah.
That shit gonna start shriveling up soon.
Yeah. It was that bad. She had to be put down. Now, let me tell you what the messed up part is. Now, when I check this out, what I wanted to do with that fawn pup is I called the vet and I asked them, yo, can you put this pup down for me because of what happened? You know what they told me? Oh, we don't put down puppies.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
that's perpetuating the problem, yo.
Can I be honest with y'all about something?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fairly able-bodied individual. If I ever get to a certain point where I'm so fucked up that I really can't handle me, I would rather you just let me go. You understand?
Yeah.
That would be a mercy to me.
Right. That's
So
gonna be humane thing.
what they're doing in the name of being humane or kind to the animal is actually a fucking cruelty.
Right.
That dog is fucked up for the rest of his life. He can't do what it want to do. What type of quality life is that?
Anytime that dog tries to compete or measure up and understand that we just talked about their drive to compete, especially for your attention.
And they can't succeed to that, that's gonna fuck
Man,
up them.
listen, bro.
Yo, check this out.
You know what it's doing to the mentality of the dog. Put yourself in that position. Imagine if you grew up with brothers and sisters that could run and jump and play, and you had no legs.
Same thing.
You would look and be like, God damn, man, why me? But people don't give the dog enough credit of having some semblance of that type of sensitivity.
Peep game though.
Think about a young dog that dominated everything, and then it's suddenly getting older and watching younger dogs coming up faster, stronger than he is. Bro, when you got dogs, you have to manage for that shit. That's some real shit. Because he used to be the star of the show. And if you ever fucked with show business, you understand how that shit goes. Even boxers go through it. That's why boxers be trying to come out of retirement when they far too old to be trying to, run at these young wolves.
Well, they retire when they 50 and 0.
Bro, when you're on the decline and others are on the rise, that's some real shit. In dogs, especially in dogs, like I'm watching it happen right now.
Yeah, sure. It's real.
My boy is trying to be good, and he's not attacking this pup, but he don't brook males this size, B, without disciplining them at least once. And I haven't allowed him to even have access to this dog. He got to be looking at me like he's losing favor and the other dog is gaining favor. Now that sounds crazy, but I look at it from his eyes.
But that's real shit, and it may in the future start to create some friction, and it may not. Because now you look like I was your boy, and now you treating him like he the star of the show.
At some point, if his health is good, like they will at least get to understand the concept of having to work together in the field. Because Bull is a finisher. I don't need him to run miles chasing prey. These young dogs can run the miles and catch the prey. But once they got it, that's my boy. You understand? That's my man's in him. He can finish that, bro. I haven't seen that, bro. I love the shit out of him about that.
That's something I seen firsthand. We let the faster dogs, hunt down the coyotes, and the bigger, stronger ones would be in there putting them down.
Right.
And these are dogs that don't usually get along with each other when they on the yard or on the chain, but when they're working together, they tolerate each other more.
That's my point. Give them a job to do. They're intelligent enough to understand that their job is not attacking one another. Their job is attacking this other thing as a team. And when you step in, you are the alpha that is regulating all activity thereafter. If you can train your dogs up like that from day one, you got a hell of a fucking team, bro. I chose the name Imperial because that which is imperial relates to an empire, and empires expand. And these dogs have a way of just catching on. They have a way of just like, you know, once you hooked, bro. You part. You know what I mean? Like you get one of these dogs, you may still get other dogs, but you'll never get rid of these dogs.
Real shit.
So the shit with me was like, they have that expansive nature. They gonna take over. They gonna do what the fuck they do. Just let them, you know, give them their room. Let them rock out. But at the end of the day, that fire, that heat, you can't control that shit, bro. That's a part of the spirit in the animal itself. That's from the original. I used to flirt pole bull, and it took me a very long time to understand that he wasn't playing. He was praying. Other dogs were playing. He was praying. So when he managed to get that fucking flirt pole, and there were other dogs involved, well, that dog was subject to lose his fucking life. Because he had just made a kill when he caught that flirt pole. And it took him even longer to understand that, no, motherfucker, we just playing. We ain't killing nothing. Nothing got to die today. We going to live to play again. Everybody lives to play again. It took me a long time with him with that, man. So, understand your dogs, bro. That's all I say. You know, and that's to anybody, man, inquiring about these dogs and getting a pup. Like, listen to this carefully, because this is some honest shit that I'm laying out to y'all tonight, that we've been laying out to y'all tonight, honestly.
Straight up.
Like, do not mistake this dog for the American bully. You have lines that have taken this dog and bred it towards some American bully stuff, but the original Camelot blood is bred off of pure American Pit Bull Terrier genetics. And I include the American Staffordshire in that, because the American Staffordshire Terrier is pure 100% American Pit Bull Terrier genetics. Carver, Eli, Tudor, Corvino. If you got better names than these in your pedigrees, I salute you. But that's my rant. Happy New Year, y'all. Good night.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
All day, bro. Holla back.
Definitely.
Matter of fact, listen, keep in mind, Sunday, 7 p.m., we going live. We're going to bring out Cajun style kennels. You talk about an OG in this game. This brother's an OG in the game. When you talk about questions about what Art bred versus what Kenny Sonia's doing, this brother can break it down for you. And he can also show you where Art got his dogs from. So we're going to go deep in the game. Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yeah, hey, definitely, as you're doing more of these, I would love to see some some more like set topics, so we could get some deep discussions on these dogs. Now tonight was fun. This was just chill. We were just
tonight was impromptu. I threw this together tonight, man.
Yeah.
But Sunday night, every Sunday night, 7 p.m., we are going to do what I call a fire pit chat live. And I call it the fire pit because it's like a bunch of fellas sitting around at the fire pit, chopping it up about dogs, man. We sipping, we smoking cigars, and, you know, doing what comes natural. What more can I ask for?
This is the
Inquisitive
Dogman Ways of
Gentlemen.
2020.
Dogs don't need to like each other, just
2022.
tolerate each other. That's what's up. All right, good night, y'all.
Hey, good night, everybody.
4 hour mark.
100. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.